Check, check. Check 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Whoops. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Hello, hello, hello. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Whoop, whoop. Hang on. It's like the Forrest Gump feather there. All right, check 1, 2. Go ahead, Sam.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Check,
just fine.
check,
Check,
one.
check. All right. So we're going to turn this back down. We'll start in about 5 minutes. Well, good evening, fans. Welcome in tonight here on AudioSportsOnline.com. I'm Rob Kendall along with Sam Penrod as your Avon Orioles play host to the Ben Davis Giants. It should be an exciting evening of high school football. And Sam, as our fans can see, the Ben Davis Giants now coming onto the field. You've coached a lot of these kids on Avon sidelines tonight. What do we expect to see?
It's going to be a good game. A lot of Division I athletes playing football tonight. Excited to see what happens.
As we said, the Ben Davis Giants now on the field, and we anticipate the Avon Orioles coming on shortly. Seems like, Sam, every year these two teams are competing for state championships, and this regular season game has become so important.
It's definitely a early gauge for a lot of these teams, especially this Ben Davis team with a lot of transition. They played an Arsenal team last week, and not sure what kind of tape we're going to get from that. But, Avon, interested to see with all the returners what they can do against a transition-type team like this. And
here come the Avon Orioles onto the field. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game, which include McNamara Florist, Reynolds Body Shop, Red Cobra Wrestling, State Bank of Lisden, and Matt Brahms' Uncle Mike, who watches us all the way from Alaska every single week.
Awesome.
So we want to thank those folks. You'll be hearing from them throughout the broadcast tonight. Sam, what does Avon have to do in this ball game?
I think they have to establish the run a little bit with what Ben Davis does, deal with their pressure, and I'm just kind of adjust to what the new Ben Davis defense looks like, I guess.
Yeah, obviously, Ben Davis had one of the best players in the history of Indiana high school football last year. He has graduated. I'm sure Mark Bless is very happy to see that, but It seems like every year Ben Davis just puts a string of superstars out there.
It's Ben Davis, They do what they do, and they put the athletes on the field, and they're always going to do that, so.
Well, let's thank some of our sponsors tonight, including State Bank of Lisden, serving you across Hendricks and Boone counties. Count on us for your mortgage, loan, home equity, and banking needs. Mention this ad and get a free gift when Avon wins on Friday nights. Visit us at statebankoflisden.com to see our bank dog, Charlie, welcome you. And it looks like, did you see who won the toss there, Sam?
It looks like Avon, I believe, won the toss.
So Avon coming to the near side, and of course Avon will be in the traditional home black uniforms with white letters and numbers. Ben Davis, the visitors, the home whites, purple letters and numbers, and we welcome all those of you watching us tonight. Anywhere you're at, how important is the start in this game for Avon?
I think it's important. They, like I said, they can establish their run. They got a young quarterback starting tonight, and Ben Davis is going to test him early, so I'm kind of see how they establish their offense here.
We talked with Mark Bless on the Mark Bless Show this week, and you can tell this is a big game for these guys because last year they took it on the chin. You were there. You were there, Sam.
Yes.
And it's really important they get off to a good start tonight. They want to set the tone for the rest of the year, coming in at number 2 in one of the polls. Avon's probably the favorite tonight.
I think this is the first time I think they've been a favorite with the AP polls facing a Ben Davis team in a little while. So technically, I guess they're the favorites right now if you look at that. Just like I said, I want to see how this team reacts with a little more competition as well, too.
James and Peterson back deep to receive the kick for the Avon Orioles. And again, this should be a barn burner of a contest this evening. And it looks like it is going to be number 37 for the Ben Davis Giants to kick it away. 37 is Isaac Torres. There's the kick. It's a high end over end kick. It'll sail into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Sam, you've been a coach for a long time now. Do you like that rule that as soon as the ball goes into the end zone, it's an automatic touchback?
It seems like they're almost doing away with the kickoff. As a returner myself, any chance I can get to return that football, I'm taking it. So I guess I'm a little biased.
Yeah, you won a couple of games in high school, didn't you?
A long, long time ago, man.
You won a state championship, right?
Yes, many 18 years ago, with our Eric Moore leading the way with that team, especially.
Out of the shotgun, Hessen. First play from scrimmage tonight for the Avon Orioles. Snap, quick throw, got a man caught. It's going to be a pass. He's got a man open, and he's off to the races. He's to the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. They're not going to get him. touchdown!
Mason Miller with the pass. Chris Smith snuck behind the defense, and Mason makes a great throw on the quick pass.
Number 13, Wallace, was that Stovall? It looked like 13 with the reception.
Yes.
And boy, the Avon fans come alive. We're 12 seconds into the game, and it's already a 6-0 ball game.
Love the double pass.
Avon's going to get a warning here. Players coming onto the sideline.
That call had the Moore brothers written all over it right there.
Now it was Penn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they got a pretty good football program up there.
They have a pretty good tradition.
All right, so Bandy's going to attempt the extra point. Snap spot, kick is up, it's down the middle, it's good, and Avon leads it 7-0. Tell you what, Sam, you couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, what a play to start the game with. Double pass, I love it.
And I'll tell you what, really a momentum setter if you're Avon. And I'll tell you what, if you're Ben Davis, you're rethinking everything because, man, you never saw that one coming.
They had a stack up top with a 3-by-1 set. Mason Miller was the quarterback that was competing with Henry. He's a junior, so they might be doing this for a while, the double throwback passes here.
Man, that was impressive. What a great play that time by your Avon Orioles.
The offense traditionally has had a pretty good success against Ben Davis. I wish I could say the same I had at Penn because we didn't have quite the success, but
Well, I'll tell you what, again, all the credit to Mark Bless and that coaching staff and to the players for that execution. Again, that was Mason Miller who threw it to Stovall. There's a quick kick by Bandy. It's up. It'll be taken at about the 10-yard line. Up to the 15 to the 20, still on his feet, cuts back, center of the field, host of Orioles bring him down, and it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Ben Davis Giants.
Special teams are going to be huge, and containing those athletes for Ben Davis back deep is going to be important.
Now, one of the things, and it's really interesting because you're coaching 7th grade this year, right?
Yes.
The feeder system for Avon, and we talk with Coach Bless about this all the time.
Absolutely.
You guys don't regroup, you just reload, man.
We try to. In 6A, you can't really have a down year, so it's reload or lose your games.
All right, here we go. Very quickly, Ben Davis up to the line of scrimmage, and we will see what happens here. Trent Gibson, the quarterback. And now the end around, room to run, and up near the 30-yard line. That was 34. Dilbert Mims, the runner that time.
Wide zone to the right. They're getting the end right now. That's a concern for this Avon defense. They're going to attack that most this night.
Dilbert Mims, the runner that time.
Inside zone.
And Gibson, the handoff, and very little that time. Mims again that time, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Nathaniel James and company up middle. They're some nice size up in that middle.
Well, we talked with Coach during the show this week about how impressive those 3 were up front last week against Plainfield.
Hard-working kids too. They worked their way up, and they've kind of progressed through these years. And I can't believe they're the age they're at now because I feel like they've been here forever.
And they got him in the backfield. He's going to be dropped. Host of Orioles that time led by the aforementioned Matthew Brom.
Nice.
And Brom with the big tackle. Avon's going to get the ball back.
Yes.
Now, you were the wide receivers coach last year.
I did running backs the last 2 years.
Oh, the running backs, okay.
Yes.
So, well, we'll talk about that in just a second here. We got a couple of Orioles back to receive this kick. There's the snap. It's high. Kick is clean. Short kick. Very high, though. Boy, it's still going. It got up in the wind, and it's fumbled. He falls on it. And a lucky break that time.
What a kick.
that was like a lob wedge that got up in the wind that time.
Yeah.
The wind is it was straight down wind blowing to the north.
It was like a 5-second hang time on that one. That was, wow.
And it'll bring up a 1st down and 10 for the Avon Orioles. So let's talk a little bit about one of the best players in the state, Samson James, running back position.
Yeah.
You say that's my guy, right? I taught him everything he knows.
I wish. He's it's having kids like him makes it really easy to coach. They do everything you ask, and usually constantly want feedback on how to get better, so it makes it really easy.
Snap. There's the give to James. He's got room to run. Center of the field. Leans ahead up near the 30. And it'll bring up a second down for Avon. Well, let's talk about the weather, too, Sam. We're used to these 105-degree days this time of year. We got great weather last week and now great weather tonight.
Yeah. You can't ask for a late August day. Much better weather right now. It's beautiful out here.
And, of course, second down now coming up for the Avon Orioles. 2nd and 3, they say. 9:35 left to go in the first quarter of action.
Two safeties. They're rolling down.
Give us to James. Room to run. Very close to the first down. Spinning. Still going, and I think he got it on the second effort.
Tough run.
So it'll bring up a first down and 10 for Ben Davis, or for Avon against Ben Davis. And I'll tell you what, hard to ask for a much better start if you're an Avon fan.
Ben Davis is going to fight you 4 quarters, but I think the Avon offense knows what they need to do.
First down and 10. Hessen out of the shotgun. Snap. Give to James. Stretch play. Right side. Cuts it back. Room to run across the 40. He's tripped up there, and it'll be second down. They will take 5 yards on first down every time, Sam.
Yes. Air Force commit Hubner's in the backfield right now. We're getting a little wing action, tight end work. Another big body to have in there. That's going to help for sure.
Second down coming up for the Orioles. Hessen taking his time, clock moving, snap, give to James, runs over a couple defenders, and he's got another first down for Avon. And Mark Bless, now after that trick play to begin the ball game, appears content, Sam, to run clock and let Samson James do his thing.
Yes, use our size. It looks like they have a few more guys out of the box than what I'm used to seeing. Kind of interested to see how this is going to carry over and if they bring a few more people down in the box.
There's the give ahead to James, and James this time a short gain.
We've got an RPO due up here any second, I think, with how they're setting this up or some sort of play action.
What is an RPO?
Oh, run-pass option.
Okay.
So,
just pretend I know nothing about football.
Yeah, so
which is true.
Yeah, basically it's a little different than play action. Play action, they're pass setting. They're still show and run. RPO, the line's completely run blocking.
James breaks the tackle. He's got room to run center of the field, and he's all the way down to about the 35 of Ben Davis.
I think I'm sure Ben Davis has a pretty good idea of what Avon wants to do at this point after the trick play. Corners pressing.
Go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
No, corners are pressing. Was rolling down to a cover 3 look late. Maybe most likely probably a cover 1.
And looks like the penalty is going to be on the Ben Davis Giants. So 5 free yards for the Orioles, and they'll certainly take that.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, this Ben Davis defense will fight you and hit you all night. So I know this Avon offense knows every possession is going to be very key.
Now, Sam, your son.
Yes.
What is he?
He's 8.
He's 8. he's running past everyone in the football games, I've noticed.
He's playing in 3rd and 4th grader, and he's a little light in the butt for 3rd and 4th grade, so he's learning how to run.
There's a give to James. Runs over a tackle. Still going inside the 20.
Sampson's definitely focused for this game. He's ready to I haven't seen him run this aggressive in a while, so that's a very good sign.
Rob Kendall, Sam Penrod coming your way tonight from Avon High School, where the Orioles lead it by a score of 7-0, and they're deep into Avon territory. 1st and 10, 6:10 to play in the first quarter. Snap, stretch to James. He'll take it off right tackle near the 10-yard line. And boy, Avon, Sam, winning the battle on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Ben Davis is still late with that safety rolling down. I know they're going to have to make an adjustment here soon, and halftime may be too late if they don't make an adjustment here soon, the way Avon's running the football.
It's so interesting seeing this dominance from Avon, because for all these years, I'm a Brownsburg guy. You've been out here for a long time.
Yes.
It's been the other way around. I mean,
Yes.
the roles have been reversed, but Avon is clearly the dominant team physically early on in the ball game.
Yeah, I think Coach Simmons is going to have a lot of pressure on him, too. Ben Davis has high expectations, so I think any other local schools having success is definitely going to, have to live up the Ben Davis tradition.
5:30 and counting left to go in the first quarter. And a good crowd on hand tonight. Duh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Avon stands full. Ben Davis about at least 3/4 full, and a lot of people standing on the fences around the football field.
Great show out for the Avon crowd.
Yeah, great showing for the home opener tonight. Snap, there's the give again to James.
Wide zone.
He's got room to run. He's got the quarter. He's inside the 5, and he's down around the 3. I don't think anybody but James has touched the ball in this drive, Sam.
I don't think they're going to change that much. It seems like if it's not broke, do not fix it.
Yeah, don't go away from what works.
Yeah. A lot of 2 receiver sets by the Avon Orioles. Even emphasizing what they're trying to do right now. Go to heavy package here.
Hessen taking his time. James, the lone man. The give is to James straight up the middle. He
Walks
walks in for the score. Exactly how Mark Bless drew it up. They take time, they take the field, and they take the points. 13-0 in favor of Avon over Ben Davis. 4:31 to play in the first.
Very impressive drive by the Avon Orioles.
Bandy on to attempt the extra point. Snap, spot, kick down the middle. It's up, it's good. And Avon leads it now by a score of 14-0. Hey, McNamara Flores has been Indy's hometown florist since 1954, providing home business, hospital, and funeral home deliveries of outstanding fresh arrangements and plants throughout the greater Indianapolis area, including Avon. McNamara Florist is famous for its unique floral designs for all occasions that help its clients express their emotions through flowers and floral giftware. Visit any of McNamara Florist's 7 convenient locations for outstanding personal service and floral design, or to select from the renowned home decor merchandise, including stunning Christmas classics. Also, think of McNamara Florist to provide your floral needs for weddings, home parties, or corporate functions. Contact a sales representative for McNamara Florist at 317-579-7900 or visit their website, McNamaraFlorist.com. Sam, your thoughts on the drive?
Very impressive drive. Run all the way down the field. Take some time off the clock. Give your defense some rest. What can you ask for a drive from an offense?
Bandy to kick it off.
Special teams very key in the past several games for Avon and Ben Davis.
And there's the kick, short kick into the wind. It'll be taken near the 20, up across the 25,
Ooh.
and a good job by the Avon kick return team. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Sam, you know this. Special teams is so key, and Avon has done such a good job so far. And they did a good job in the Plainfield game, too.
Absolutely. Like I said, Ben Davis in the past seems to pull a crazy kickoff return out of their hat with the athletes they have. I like what we're doing on special teams right now, and I think they're going to continue to kind of pin them against the sideline and shrink the field a little bit to make it a little easier for them.
All right, so big drive for Ben Davis coming up. Snap, throw, got a man caught, little bubble screen that time, and it's a short gain. Good job by the Avon defense closing in on that one, Sam.
Working on the edge, 3-by-1 set again. Ben Davis throwing the number 2 guy out there trying to see if we can get a quick play. Conley making a nice play on that.
3 receivers to the left, 1 man to the right. Little screen again that time. Good catch.
This when you run a 3-3-5 to the 3-by-1 set, that third receiver is a liability, and Ben Davis is traditionally likes to check to him quick. Big downs, they're definitely going to be going to that third 3 guy.
Chris Peters with the catch that time. It'll bring up a 3rd down. Snap, quarterback keeper.
Delbert Mims.
Yeah, he's got the corner. Room to run, 1st down. Still going, but that one is coming back, my friend.
Looks like block in the back by, I believe, Dalen Carnell on Peterson, looks like.
.341 and counting left to go in the first quarter. I was laughing because Avon dropped in the press poll.
Yes.
They won by 31 points and they dropped a spot. How do you win a game by 31 points and go down in the polls?
I think it's more or less that Carmel beat a really good Trinity team. I think that kind of weighed in more, and I think they had them so close they just kind of decided to bump them up, which
you cannot.
Yeah, I think if
you cannot drop someone who wins by 31 points.
I think if you're Avon, you just use it as motivation a little bit. The mixed schools seem to always get the thumbs up or the assumed better team, and in the HCC we feel like they have a pretty good conference here in the HCC.
3rd down and long now, 3rd and 11 for the Ben Davis Giants. 3 receivers to the right, 1 man to the left. Out of the shotgun. Snap, quick drop, steps up, flushed out right side, rolling, throwing on the run. Man comes back, great count,
dropped it.
And a flag flies late. Looked like good defense on the far side of the field, but the official got the laundry out, Sam.
I don't know what they're going to call here anymore. After people try to catch the football now, it's hard to judge what they're going to call. Definitely not a pass interference, it didn't look like from here.
Yeah, so that's going to be 15. Well, it's going to be offensive pass interference, it looks like, Sam.
Oh, wow.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think they know either.
Yeah, okay, now they're going to they got to walk it off.
Yes.
So it is not apparently an automatic 1st down in high school football.
No, and that's important on the goal line because, you essentially if you get beat, you can tackle your guy and.
Well, it was a face mask.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay, face mask.
So it was a 1st down.
Tough call.
So that is a tough call. It looked like some good defense there, but apparently not, as they say, not quite good enough. Snap, back to pass. No, now he's going to hand it off. Mims, room to run, breaks it to the near side of the field. He's across the 50, stays on his feet, spins down to about the 47 that time, and it'll bring up a 1st down and 10 for Ben Davis into Avon territory for the first time tonight. .319 and counting left to go in the first quarter.
Nice tackle there by Peterson against Mims. A nice big back, which are never easy to take down from a corner's perspective.
Snap, quick drop, throwing, tipped up, incomplete. Had a man open, he took a hit. A flag flies late.
It looked like a pretty heads-up hit. Again, with these hits today, it's might as well just go to flag football sometimes.
Yeah, I wonder this from a coaching perspective. You can provide insight into this. How do you teach these guys in the secondary on how to hit dudes?
Well, it's a holding call, thankfully. Heads up, USA Football does a lot of good things where they're teaching, heads-up football. We teach it extensively at the youth level. We teach it extensively at the 7th grade level. It's more of a rugby tackle, so it's wrong shoulder, wrong foot to the old school people. It's where they're telling you to bite the ball, and they want your head over there. Using your hands to block, for the linemen, getting your hands out there, taking your head out of it a little bit. So
stick and drive is not a thing anymore.
There might be some places, but we stay away from it now more so.
The quarterback's going to keep it. He's flushed out. Might have got a yard or two. Well, because when we were kids, that's what they taught.
Yeah, bite the football. Yeah. Put your head on the football and wrap them up. And low man wins was always the one. Not necessarily emphasizing keep your head up. So
yeah. I don't envy you guys having to coach these kids now because everything's a penalty. It seems like.
I think you just tell them to do their best, and as long as they're aggressive, and try to be safe and keep your head up, and we'll do the best we can. 2nd
and 9, 2:30 left to go in the first. Snap, quick drop, throwing, middle edge. Oh! He had it, he dropped it. That might have not only been a pick, it might have been a pick 6, but it falls harmlessly, incomplete. I think is that 24? Yeah, it was 24.
Yes.
Joseph Sargent.
Sargent with the drop right into his hands. Three. Looks like the Avon Orioles are manning up the backside of the 3x1 and put most of their attention to that three receiver side. So we'll watch that and monitor how the game goes, especially with Peterson being singled up against athletic receivers.
Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers wide to the right, 1 man to the left. Snap, quick drop. No, he's going to give it to Mims. He's got room to run. Big hole. He's off to the races inside the 10, all the way down to about the 2.
Looks like the Avon got caught in a little bit of a man coverage blitz, and there's a giant hole up the middle, left a one-on-one with the linebacker versus Delbert Mims up the middle, which is...
It's never good when you see the coaching staff's hands go up when the guy has handed the football.
Yes. Looks like they crossed right into that giant hole in the middle there.
Snap,
little wildcat.
Stretch. Far side of the field, pushed out of bounds. Great job by the secondary that time coming up to push him out of bounds. I'll tell you. Go ahead, Sam.
Ben Davis doing a good job of getting their defense off the field a little bit, and Delbert Mims doing what he does and running downhill and being a tough man to tackle.
It'll bring up a second down and goal. They'll say it's at the 3. Snap, direct
QB
snap,
power.
And he
gets in.
Boy, when he gets a full head of steam, you're not stopping Mims, and Mims puts it in for the score, Sam.
That QB power is a tough thing to stop, and I know they love to do it against our defense with a 3-man front up front.
All right, on to attempt the extra point now. It's number 6 for the Ben Davis Giants.
It was a little more tricky last year seeing that, having Reese Taylor attempt to run a QB power and then throw a pass or not throw a pass or run for 80 yards. It was definitely a task.
Zach Fox is the kicker. Snap, spot, kick down the middle. It is good. And Avon has seen their lead cut in half, 14-7, 1:54 left to go in the first. Hey, Reynolds Body Shop is a proud sponsor of Avon Football Broadcast. They're conveniently located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. Phone number is 317-243-2372, and they're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5. Reynolds has been family-owned and operated for 30 years, specializing in collision repair. Reynolds Body Shop is also an insurance work specialist. Learn more about them on the web at reynoldsbodyshop.com. And, hey, we got to say hi to Matthew Brahm's Uncle Mike. He watches us every game from Alaska.
That's awesome.
And he said, I love these broadcasts so much, I'm donating to support Avon football just because I like watching the broadcast.
That is awesome.
So Ben Davis puts it in.
Scoring drive was 8 plays, 74 yards, 237. 874.
And now Avon looks to respond, Sam.
I'm expecting another steady dose of Samson James here coming up for the Avon Orioles. Interested to see how they keep things going and see if Ben Davis does make any changes and get somebody extra in the box to help out with that.
Line drive kick, and it'll go into the end zone. Boy, I'll tell you what, Sam, nothing against those Lafayette schools because they've got a great football program.
Yes.
But it's so nice that my first 2 drives of the year are now Plainfield and Avon.
Tough drives.
Living in Brownsburg as opposed to going to McCutcheon and Lafayette Jeff.
Yes. I'm the switch when we lost those schools about I think 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I came in right when we lost those and.
Oh, you didn't have to make that trip?
No, I did not. We go up there for track, West Lafayette. We go for regionals. It's a beautiful facility, but
not that 52 is not beautiful this time of year, but it's still a lot nicer. Just be able to in 10 minutes be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when you forget your tripod like I did tonight.
Yes.
There's a little screen pass. It's caught up across the 25 near the 27.
Dig route from number 1 out on the wide side. Ben Davis backing up a little bit, it looked like. Again, interested to see how they counter what Avon's doing on offense.
We need to thank our sponsors for tonight's game, including State Bank of Liston. They're really, really amazing. McNamara Florist, Reynolds Body Shop, and Red Cobra Wrestling. Also, Matthew Brahm's Uncle Mike. So we want to thank all those people for making our broadcasts possible all year long. Our JV games, our freshman games, and
2x2 set for the Orioles.
Snap, quick drop, steps up, going down the sideline. Oh, incomplete. Had a man.
Had 2 men open, just overshot him a little bit.
Yeah, that was that number 10, it looked like.
Looks like we had a 2x2 set.
Hessen. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Sam.
Avon runs, looks like an X route to the top side. It looks like Ben Davis had a miscommunication because both guys were open, which, again, is not what you want to see. A 2 safety high set for Ben Davis. It looks a little foreign to me from what I'm used to with Ben Davis. Only 6 in the box, too. That's tough.
That was Stovall, the intended receiver. Quarterback keeper now. Hessen, room to run. Up across the 35 and up across the 40.
Nice QB power. Have not seen the QB power since Brandon Peters was here. It's been a while. Meisner did not run a lot of QB powers, but Henry runs a QB power here, and that's going to be a tough match for the Ben Davis to pick up with a 6-man box right now.
Yeah, Sam, I was so impressed with Hessen in week 1. You're following Brandon Peters and Cameron Meisner, and he's just out there putting 44 on the board.
Very, very talented young man. Kind of has some of the same demeanor qualities as Brandon, kind of.
Oh, and he's off to the races. It's Stovall. He's inside the 25, down near the 20. That was a laser.
Similar X route, thrown a little bit better with a lot of heat on it there. So Ben Davis does not seem to make a change on the route. They still had a mismatch with number 1 getting to the outside on that one.
Now, we're old enough to remember Tecmo Bowl, and this is a Tecmo Bowl offense right here, Sam.
Yes, it is. Zigzagging up and down the field, just how we offensive guys like it.
It'll bring up first down at 10, 20 seconds left to go in the first. Rob Kendall, Sam Penrod bringing you tonight's game. As your Avon Orioles lead it by 7, they're driving once again. Hessen out of the
6-man box with the Ben Davis. They're not changing. Inside zone up the middle.
And James with a short gain. I'll tell you what was so impressive last time as the quarter's going to come to a close here. Hessen had defenders around him, and he stepped right up into it.
Stepped up climbed the pocket beautifully, and that ball was very impressive. If there's any college scouts here, that's a big throw right there from a sophomore.
1 quarter in the books, 7-point lead for Avon, and Avon has a rich wrestling tradition. Red Cobra Wrestling, proud to be a part of that. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions run by nationally known coach Chad Red. Red Cobra Wrestling is located at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon, across the street from Walmart, behind sidelines of the Red Brick Building. Red Cobra Wrestling offers sessions for all ages, including 3rd grade and under and 4th grade and up. Learn more about prices, class schedules, and information at redcobrawrestlingacademy.com. 1 quarter in the book. Sam, Avon could have drawn it up much better than that.
I don't think they could have. That's the first quarter. That was a lot happened in that first quarter. A lot of scoring, a lot of up and down from the field. I'm really curious to see how Ben Davis adjusts to this. Looks like Avon's spreading them out with a 2x2 set. Ben Davis has got a 2 high safety set, still worried about getting beat over the top, it looks like. The problem is they're leaving the box pretty bare with only 6 men in there. Avon has some nice size up front, so I'm kind of curious to see how this plays out. It's like Avon starting 3x3 with a stack in the slot part. Ben Davis only putting 2 guys up towards their safety over the top of that 3x1 side.
Snap, back to pass, steps up, has time, fires down the middle, overshot the intended receiver. And it would have been a touchdown if he.
Peterson was open. Hessen overshoots him a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Peterson had a great game last week.
Yes. Speaking of somebody that, coming up through the ranks, he clearly could have played offense last year. We used him at exclusively defense, but obviously talented enough to play offense. But we had the people in place that have been there. He got some opportunities, but excited to see him get some more balls in his hand this year.
Shotgun snap. Play action. He's got time. Wiggles out of one tackler. Now coming to the near side of the field. Good job by Hessen that time. He's pushed out of bounds. Good gain. He's close to a first down.
Did they get it?
Looks like he's going to be.
It's like a Brownsburg spot there.
And your wife went to Brownsburg.
I know, and yes, fully aware.
But you live in Avon, so how does that play out?
She doesn't have a choice. She has to. There's a lot of things I don't get to choose on, and I think that's an easy one for her.
I always feel like your wife makes most of the decisions in your household.
If she's listening, I'm definitely going to agree with that right now.
Timeout called by Avon. We want to thank our sponsors again: State Bank of Liston, Red Cobra Wrestling, McNamara, Florist Reynolds Body Shop, and Matthew Brahms' Uncle Mike. All right, so I got to ask you this. I always, you hear this all the time at every level of football. The so-and-so's coach, the wide receivers coach, you were the running backs coach. What do you coach as the running backs coach?
I think when, and especially youth, you don't get as much time with the technique. Sometimes, you're teaching a bunch of kids, but the high school level, college, and pros, individual to work on some things you might have a specific problem with scheme-wise. Samson James was a guy that we worked with a lot of getting his pads lower. Running downhill a little more. He obviously the talent's there. As a coach, you just try to expose all his athleticism, and it makes it being a coach pretty easy. Yes.
Yeah, I taught him that.
Yes.
Sure.
You take all the credit, and they do all the work.
All right, here we go. Big. They're going to give him a first down. It looks like. Yeah, they did give him the first down. Okay, they give us to James. James cuts it back, spins inside the 10, down to the 5. And he's very close to a first down.
Looks like Avon's going a little heavy here. 2 receivers set. Definitely working the the Avon line is getting a lot of push. Curious to see if Ben Davis gets somebody bigger in the box to help out here a little bit.
Brownsburg's up 10-0 over Cathedral.
Wow. They got Coach Hart's doing a great job up there.
Yeah, well, you hire one of the best,
Yeah.
Give us to James, lowers the shoulders, and he's in, but he fumbled the ball. No signal yet.
They called it. Touchdown, Avon.
Avon. Looked like he was across the goal line when he fumbled the ball, but no signal. So I'm not sure who's going to get credit for that. It looks like James came out the ball anyway.
Ben Davis is going to have a long night if they don't make a change what they're doing inside the box with personnel.
Yeah, it's a very dominating performance by this Avon offensive line.
Definitely. Got a lot of game left, though.
Yeah. Bandy on to attempt the extra point. Snap spot, kick is up. It's down the middle. It is good. And, it's interesting. When we talked with Coach in the preseason show and then coming into week 1, we talked about how last year you guys could let the defense give up 40 points because you could score 50. And this year, they thought they were going to rely on the defense, but so far the offense has been outstanding.
Well, I think it's a hat off to a lot of the offensive coaches and the work they've done with these guys, getting them acclimated to the system. A sophomore quarterback, there was a battle with Heston and Miller. Both have helped each other. They're both good friends. They play baseball together. So I think it's the kids. They're a great working group of kids. And this class has had a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? They were undefeated as freshmen. They have high expectations. Addison and DJ have been playing. They've been starting on offensive line since freshmen. They're 4-year starters. And
that's the cool thing about getting to broadcast these freshmen and JV games.
Yes,
is that we get to see these kids come up through the system.
And that's what you try and do. You look at the schools that have these long-term success, New Pal, Center Grove, and Ben Davis. They have these long bouts of success. Well, there's a system in place. It's not rocket science. Penn has a pretty great system in place.
Yep.
It's not rocket science. You just you follow the process and you commit to the program, and you'll have success.
Now, we were talking with Coach, I think it's 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You think about this, some questionable officiating 3 years ago. That wasn't what we called it at the time on the air, but
there's some interesting officiating.
You're at the semi-state, you're in the state championship, and then you ran into arguably the best player in the history, or one of the best players in the history of Indiana high school football last year. You guys easily could have 2 state championships.
I think so. It would have been interesting because we would have got a chance to play against Penn.
Little screen pass there. And still at his feet.
Poor
He's off
tackling.
to the races. Broke a couple tackles. Finally taken down across the 40. That was number 5 for the Ben Davis Giants. Dalen Carnell.
Yeah, Ben Davis looking to get the ball and their athletes on the edge here a little bit. Some poor tackling by the safeties here with Avon.
Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Snap. And hit. Bounces off a tackle. Gets the initial line of scrimmage, maybe 2 yards that time. I'll tell you what, when Avon's getting that domination out of those front 3, they're tough because you can put all those guys back
Yes.
to deal with everything else.
They have a nice rotation in that defensive line stance too, or spot too. So it's about 4 or 5 of them that rotate in there, and they have high motors, and that's what you have to have in this offense with 3 down linemen.
Snap, quick drop, throw's got a man caught across midfield, all the way down to about the 45-yard line.
Looks like Ben Davis continues to tackle over number 3 receiver there. The 3 receivers clearing out with the slant right behind him. That's going to be a spot to watch on the Avon defense to see if they adjust to covering over number 3.
Man goes in motion from left to right to left. Snap, there's the give. Mims has it.
Jet Mims up the middle. There we go.
Yeah, and down all the way down to about the 39. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Ben Davis Giants.
We see a lot of jet motion with both of these teams, so I'm interested to see how they use that as well tonight.
Out of the shotgun, Gibson. Man goes in motion, snap, little end around, cuts it
Get
back,
upfield.
nowhere to go, and a host of Orioles got him.
It's like Trey Howe breaking up the jet motion there. Great play, kept contained, and that will mess up a jet motion extremely quick.
Yeah, it's not going to show up in the stat line, but it's certainly going to show up on film tomorrow. Trey Howe doing defense perfectly that time.
The rest of the defense came to rally to. That's important as well.
Out of the shotgun, snap, back to pass.
They're
Steps
down,
up, going
fade.
down the field.
Oh, he drops it.
Oh.
Back shoulder fade to the single side. Looks like the Avon was manning up on that side. Back shoulders it, and he had it, and he just dropped it.
Yeah, that was pretty well perfect, and he just dropped the ball. Now decision time for the Giants.
I think Ben Davis had this decision made up before that last play. They know the way the Avon's moving the ball, they're going to have to make every possession count. A little bit of confusion in the backfield, looks like here.
Out of the shotgun, snap, back to pass.
Mims up the
Steps
field,
up,
wide open.
going deep. And
Oh my gosh, he caught it.
Did he catch it? Yes, he did. What a catch.
Delbert Mims with the seam route wide open, and the quarterback throws in double coverage, and he makes the catch.
That was Adrian Reese, it looked like, with the reception that time, number 19.
Unbelievable catch. A great throw. I mean, he might have made the wrong read, but he made a great throw to make up for it.
Over the shoulder catch that time. And now another sideline warning on Avon.
They don't have me there to keep everybody back,
Well,
Rob.
that's right.
You know?
You're needed here. This is probably a much easier job.
I get I probably see more, honestly, than being on the sideline. So, yeah, definitely.
21-7 the score. Avon with the lead, but Ben Davis moving the ball deep into Avon territory.
Huge play. These are the plays that Ben Davis, especially the last 4 years I've been coach on the Avon staff here. Ben Davis makes plays. They make 4th down plays. They make 3rd down plays. They make special teams plays. And you have to limit them.
Room to run. Cuts it back. Inside the 10. Takes a host of tacklers with him.
Delbert Mims up the middle. Establishing the inside zone. I don't see Ben Davis changing what they're going to do. They're going to keep running up the middle on this 3D lineman set, trying to get them guys in positions they don't want them in.
2 receivers to the left, 1 man to the right.
Ben Davis' tempo is up.
Snap.
Wildcat formation.
Breaks a tackle, and he's going in for the score. Touchdown. Mims broke the tackle of number 32, Alex Griffith.
Yes. I believe he's a Vanderbilt commit. He's a load, especially when he gets low like that and drives his feet.
Yeah, because who's tackling that guy one-on-one?
I don't think he's, Dwayne Hogan, I remember watching for Ben Davis back in the day. I don't think he's quite that size, but he might move a little bit better. So we'll see. I'm sure I'm going to get some tweets if he thinks differently. So we'll see.
Snap, spot. Kick is up, it's down the middle, it's good. Yeah, hey, speaking of tweets, if you're watching tonight, let us know. We love getting those responses. I'm at Rob M. Kendall on Twitter. And Sam, you are?
I think it's at Penrod_Sam. I don't know, something simple. It's pretty easy.
Okay. Do you run your own Twitter account?
I do run my own Twitter account, so I don't know if that's a good or bad.
Kelsey does for you in her spare time.
Well, yes. Facebook, yeah. I would say she definitely helps with my Facebook. Well, you have to manage those as a
Yeah.
business. Everything you do, you have to manage just about everything social media wise to make sure you're keeping people happy.
You got to keep everybody under control,
which is tough in this world we live in. Interested to see if Ben Davis is going to try something here, special teams, try to get a possession back at some point. Got a big hole right in the middle right now for a pooch kick. Traditionally, Ben Davis likes to pooch kick, but this kicker seems to have a pretty good leg, so they may just boot it back of the end zone still.
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with here. Left foot into it. It's a
Looks
high
like it's a poocher.
Kick. Taking it to the 15, across the 20.
Not a lot of blocking for Peterson.
11 returned it. Children's cleaning's only $48.
8:27 left to go in the first half. Rob Kendall, Sam Penrod coming your way tonight. Avon Orioles lead the Ben Davis Giants 21-14.
We have Connor Wakefield in here. We got another heavy set by Avon. Looks like a steady dose of run here.
Give is to James.
Counter to James on the side. He goes upfield.
And all the way across the 50 into Ben Davis territory. And we mentioned this earlier, Sam.
Yes.
Avon is winning the athlete battle right now.
Yeah.
That's rare that somebody can out-athlete Ben Davis.
I would agree. I really think it begins up front in any football game. This Avon crew, they're a super veteran crew, running the counter there, trying to get Ben Davis to overload to the strength side there, and they countered back to the weak side, and the edge was wide open.
Out of the shotgun. And we got a whistle.
False start. Looks like that's on Avon.
Yep. Now, when you talk about a heavy set, for people looking at home, I feel like I'm becoming more heavy set as I get a little older, but you're talking about something else. What do you mean?
Well, Avon's only has 2 receivers in. Sometimes they'll bring in an extra lineman or an extra tight end. Hubner was playing a little bit in there earlier. They're getting big. They're trying to overpower you essentially and get you to commit to maybe a side. And like Avon set up there and was able to go to the weak side there.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 1 man in the backfield. Snap, back to pass. Hessen has time, steps up, looking. He's going to run with it. He's got the 45 inside the 40, and he's very close to another first down. He makes such good decisions.
Nice feet. From a sophomore, you like to see him be able to step up in the pocket like that. Again, I don't really recognize this Ben Davis defense. I'm used to a little more pressure. I thought with a young quarterback they would put a little more pressure on him. Now the Avon's, marched down the field a couple times. I don't know if that's changed their mind or.
Yeah, as you said, 4 down
yes.
And then 2 linebackers.
Yes.
And now whistle and a stoppage of play. Timeout by Ben Davis. Now, because you've been a part, as you said, as I pulled my headphones out there, the last 5 years of this Avon program.
Yeah.
Why has Mark Bless been able to get year in and year out these standout players? Is it the growth of the school? What is it that has enabled Avon year in and year out to have these Sampson, James, Hessen type players?
Well, Hessen was actually he grew up in Plainfield, and he moved in. Sampson, he's played with most of the kids in the their senior class. I've known them since they've been freshmen. They've kind of grown up in the system. So I think it's getting the feeder systems, keeping the kids safe, making sure they're tackling right. Some of those little things, just getting the little things done. And there's a lot of schools out here who have tremendous athletes. I think it goes back to ultimately the kids buying into the program and having consistency with everything, really.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass, steps up, firing it down the middle, got a man wide open, it's caught inside the 20, and an arm
Samson
tackle.
James out right now. Looks like talking to the trainers a little bit. Jalen Love is in for Samson right now.
Aaron Reynolds with the reception that time, and Love played very well last week in the 4th quarter at Plainfield.
A little different offense right now with Lovin. Looks like they're opening it up a little bit, which we're still getting a lot of seams from this Ben Davis defense, and I'm not used to seeing. Curious to see how they adjust.
7 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the first half. Snap. Pass, caught, and again, a big gain by Avon. 13 Stovall, the receiver that time.
Blitz on the weak side from Ben Davis. A lot of composure from this sophomore quarterback. Stands in the pocket and just throws it to his quick receiver, number 3. Makes a great read. A lot of composure back there.
And we should point out on the Ben Davis side, they had to bring in extra bleachers, so probably a full bleacher when you incorporate those people in.
Yeah, I guess
they
so.
didn't all sit in the Ben Davis section, but they're Ben Davis fans, so the full on both sides.
Oh yeah, this looks like almost a playoff game.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm sure it will be later this year at some point. Rolling, and he's going to take the hit, taken down. And
doesn't force a bad play there. He's got a linebacker in front of him, gives him a pump fake to see if he can get him off his feet. Like I said, we don't get a lot of sophomores who can, with big guys running at you, make smart decisions.
Yeah. And that's what's interesting because, Brownsburg had Hunter Johnson, and he was phenomenal.
Another Avon kid.
Yeah.
2 Avon Mr. Footballs back-to-back.
Yep.
Well, Brownsburg student, but he's an Avon kid.
Where you go to school is all that matters.
Exactly.
Back to pass. Off the hands, and it's a live ball, falls incomplete. But, Brownsburg has not been able to replace someone of his caliber. They haven't put someone of his caliber out there. But Avon, since Peters was a sophomore, that train, or whatever that's been now, 6-7 years, phenomenal quarterback play.
I think it also plays in a little bit of the offensive system. I think if you're a quarterback, we're pretty friendly here. What the offense does, we get really talented backs, so sometimes it makes it so you get a little more desirable secondaries, not as many people back behind you. And Eric Moore, the passing game coordinator, Jared Johnson.
Oh, and it's wide
just
right.
short, too.
Yeah,
it may look like wide, right.
He was rushed. Somebody got around the line. Bandy missed from about 32 yards out.
Every point's big in this game. That's going to come to haunt them. Jared Johnson works the run game coordinator.
Yep.
So those two guys do a great job with Coach Bless leading the charge. A lot of credit to all those offensive guys on the staff there.
Hey, real quick, we got to thank the entire Avon athletic staff, Brad Holsinger, all these guys, the Lance Larkey, those guys are phenomenal. They always take real good care of us, allow us to be out here and do these games every year, hooking us up with some new high-speed internet this year. So those guys are great. We can't thank them enough. And thank you for all the years of support of allowing us. This is our 13th year of broadcasting Avon football.
That's awesome.
Started in 06, and now it's 2008 or 2018.
That's good. I'm excited. I know the school district size, everything's changed so much around here.
They're the one constant.
Well, they're actually honoring the state champion track team at halftime. So
will you be going down?
I'll be staying up here probably. I get to hang out with you a little bit longer.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
it's good for me. It's bad for you.
Yeah. We get now, and also they got to squeeze it in with band too, so we get everything in around here.
You don't interrupt the band.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Avon. Second out of 10 for the Ben Davis Giants. Snap, quick drop. He's going to be hit, and he is going to be dropped in the backfield. Couple of Orioles in that time. Coming around the end was 32.
Quarterback hesitated there a little bit. The quick screen was there. Hesitated that half second, and that's what caused the D-line to get penetration, and not sure why I didn't let that one fly.
Yeah, Griffith came right around the end that time, untouched. And it's a big third down coming up for Ben Davis, 3rd and 14.
Trent Gibson having some big shoes to fill.
Snap, quick drop, steps up, looking. He's going to rolling, throwing back center of the field. Got to be caught across the 25, but that's going to be well short of a first down. So good job by the Avon defense that time.
Never want to throw behind you as a quarterback. Ben Davis rushing to the line of scrimmage here, 4th and 4. Going to try and get Avon with a quick offsides here, it looks like.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Gibson looks, now runs under center.
Nope. Ben Davis not snapping it here. They're trying to draw the Avon team offsides.
And now a timeout called by Ben Davis.
Good composure by the Avon defensive line there.
And again, let's thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, including State Bank of Lisden, McNamara Florist, Reynolds Body Shop, Red Cobra Wrestling, and Matthew Brahms' Uncle Mike.
That's awesome still.
All the way from Alaska.
Yes.
Watches us all the way from Alaska.
That's awesome. I love that.
You know, it's funny. Every year I love doing this because after each broadcast I can go in and see where people have viewed us from or listened to us from. And, you know, you'll get armed services people, you know. And all, the Internet's everywhere. I don't know if you knew this.
That's awesome.
The Internet is everywhere.
It is. We're worldwide.
It's
Avon football's worldwide.
That's
what it is.
It's occasionally very slow at my house, but it is everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We talked about this at length, and I'm actually going to talk about it on my Sunday show on WIBC. And Coach and I have talked about this. You know, being a football coach now and the whole Urban Meyer thing.
Yes.
You're more than just a coach. You're a CEO, and you look at this field tonight where you've got probably, 7,000 people in attendance.
Yes.
It's the number one thing happening in this town. You know, the field's phenomenal. All these kids. It's amazing what high school football's become.
Central Annis has really taken off.
the
Draw up the middle.
Breaks a tackle.
Oh, no, they got him. Big tackle by Good there. Looks like Mims tried to break a tackle. Good comes off the edge and makes a huge tackle because if Mims breaks that, he's off to the races. Gutsy call by Ben Davis, feeling the pressure there a little bit.
Huge gamble by the Ben Davis Giants, and it does not pay off.
Jalen Love still in the game, too. That's going to be interesting to watch. Sampson's on the sideline still looks with his helmet's off. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, you hope he is okay.
Absolutely. At this point in the year, I'm assuming if it's anything, they're just being smart at this point. Very. And
now Hessen breaks a tackle, roll right side. He's going to lower the shoulder. And I'm sure Mark.
A young guy lowering that. We had a portion where we had to talk to Peters about not taking some bad hits and working on the slide. Sometimes quarterbacks just have that competitive. He keeps it on the wide zone read, and he keeps it. The end was crashing, but sometimes you got to just take the slide there on that one.
Yeah, Sam, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were not lowering the shoulder.
No, I do remember that one naked boot that Peyton did against the Raiders. I'll never forget that. It was. I don't think I've seen a boot be as more open than that, but I've only seen it once. But that's why you have them there once in a while.
3:01 left to go here in the first half. Rob Kendall, Sam Penrod bringing you tonight's game here on Audio Sports Online. Hope you're enjoying us. Don't forget, after tonight's game, we'll get a podcast up for you by tomorrow, and you can go back and you can watch us again anytime you want. Now next week, Sam.
Yes.
The Hamilton Southeastern Royals come into town.
Do they come into town, or do we go there?
I thought they were coming here. I could be wrong.
Either way, we're playing HSE.
Either way, we're playing Hamilton Southeastern, and Marcus Fred will have the call of that one, and that broadcast will actually be simulcast on WIRZ Radio, 98.9.
Nice. You got any score updates for me?
I could probably get some for you at halftime.
How's the Brownsburg? I'm curious. That's a Brownsburg. It looks like they took Franklin off the schedule, so now they picking up Cathedral is big for them. It's a nice early test for them to see where they're at.
So Avon with the great field position back onto the field.
Mason Miller checks in for the Orioles. Looks like Hessen's out right now. Mason has a little bit more of a he plays receiver for Avon, but he definitely has an athletics that I would be curious to see how they use. Avon calls another timeout, it looks like, to make sure they're in the right formation with 3 minutes left. Can't take them to halftime with you, I guess.
I noticed your wife tagged me in a post. I'm very afraid.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened.
I haven't checked my phone yet, so. She's probably just proud I didn't swear on air. I think is why she's happy for me.
So the ball's at the 24. It'll be 2nd and 7. 3:01 to go. And I'm sure Mark Bless, while he wants to score, he would gladly run about 3 minutes and 1 second off this clock.
Yes, I think they're looking to be a little safe here with their starting running back and starting quarterback currently. Both those, Jalen Love and Mason Miller, have a ton of reps, though. So I think there's a crew that's got experience. I think they'll keep the tempo up for them.
Working out of the shotgun. Snap. Rolling.
He can keep it.
Throwing. Got a man caught.
Jalen Peterson.
Breaks a tackle. Peterson on his feet. And in at quarterback, Sam, I don't know if we mentioned this, Mason Miller.
Yes.
Yeah, you just did.
He's very athletic. He can keep it on that. That was more of an RPO, so that was where they gave the ball, look to the running back. He rolls out, and we get a route from Jalen Peterson, run a little whip route, which is going to be tough for Ben Davis to man on him, and with those type of route and the type of time you can get on those.
Which we know stands for run pass option now.
Absolutely, yes.
Because I paid attention.
Yeah.
And I got a good memory about things I care about.
I'm glad you got a good memory.
Well, I didn't get hit in the head as many times as you did.
Yeah, it hasn't served me well. So
give us to Love. He'll lean ahead.
It makes me not listen to my wife, ironically. I don't know. I blame it on the concussions when she starts talking, and I just stop listening. So I blame it on the concussions, though.
Well, most people stop listening when I start talking anyway. So looks like there may be a flag on the field here. It is. It's a personal foul. Hit to the head.
Wow. That kills a drive.
Yeah, that's going to move him back 15 yards. And we'll see what happened. That may
I wonder
be a
if
loss
I wonder if it's the running back for lowering his head. You know, with their calling it.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that because there's going to be so much chaos in the NFL this year over this helmet rule. And guys are going to lose games, not because they're malicious, but they don't understand the rule.
I understand the reasoning. Safety is obviously the key. It's much like what we teach these kids, but it's a tough part of the game to officiate. I understand what we're trying to do, but it is what it is.
Out of the shotgun. Snap.
Double stack look from Avon.
Pass got to be caught inside the 25.
Cohen Morrell.
Turns
nice
around
play.
to
Way to get
20.
out of bounds. Cohen Morrell with the catch there. Double stack look out of the 2x2 set. I think it looks like Avon's going to have a lot of success with that, with the 2-high safety look. It looks like Avon's going to answer with a little 2x2 double stack to see how Ben Davis also adjusted. It does look like they got that seventh man in the box.
Down to the 19.
Finally.
So 3rd and 16. They got to get to about the 3-yard line. Clock stopped at 2:35. Snap back to pass.
Essen back in there with
looking, throwing to the end zone.
One-handed catch by Cohen Morrell.
Touchdown!
What a catch!
We had to wait for the signal, but what a catch in the back of the end zone. I didn't see who it was because we're partially blocked.
Let me see here. I've been wrong tonight already.
Trying to figure out who made the catch. It looked like it was 16.
Yeah, it's Cohen Morrell.
Morrell.
What a play!
Yeah. Wow,
he had a big game last week. I saw against Plainfield. He had a deep pass he caught. Man, he is making big plays.
Yeah, unbelievable catch that time.
You know what? He made a similar catch against Ben Davis last year on JV.
Kick is good. It's down the middle, and it is now 28-14. Avon putting up 28 points in the first half on Ben Davis.
Huge play by the Avon Orioles offense. Hessen back in the game, scrambling out of the pocket, makes a smart play. Great actual scramble rules there by the receivers there for Avon. Avon also missing one of their other Division I offensive linemen that's out tonight as well, too. I think we'll have him back next week, I believe.
So they're only getting better.
So we should have our 4th D1 offensive lineman next week. Interested to see how things progress with that. It's always a good problem to have.
Yeah, too many. We literally have too many D1
Yes.
offensive linemen. We don't have anywhere to play you.
we have room for one more, so I think I would be happy if we had 5. I know. Coach JJ would be as well.
Here's the kick. It's a line drive kick. Hits off a Ben Davis player. It'll be fielded at the 15, across the 20, and a host of Orioles in there on the tackle that time.
Avon doing a great job of not making any mistakes on the special team, not allowing big plays, keeping great contain. Everybody's kind of where they're supposed to be, and that's, again, it's essential against a team like Ben Davis.
Coming up at the half, Sam and I are going to take a little audio break. We'll let you watch the band, and then we'll be back with the halftime show.
Interested to see what the Ben Davis Giants do with 2:20 left on the clock going into halftime here.
Hey, we want to say hi to Darian Love. He's watching us tonight, tweeting at us on Twitter.
What's up, Darian?
Thanks for tuning us in. He was with us last week, too. He was a phenomenal guy.
Yeah.
Darian Love.
Yeah, he played here. I got a chance to work with him. Excited to see how his opportunities present himself in college as well, too.
Yeah, he's continued his career. Snap, pass, throw down the middle. Got a man.
Ooh.
Up near the 37, maybe the 38.
Mims motions to the three receiver side looking for a quick screen. Number 3 receiver in the middle was able to flag.
Flag comes in late, Sam, in the backfield for Ben Davis. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Ben Davis. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Avon.
Not too happy with that call there.
Now, I got to ask you, you're a coach, you know this. What's the point in even calling that?
I think to sometimes get the kids in check a little bit with their emotions, and as a ref, you have to take control of the game too.
Yeah.
There's some ticky-tacky stuff I'm sure that's going on. Good refs will keep the game in check, or sometimes if you don't, things can get over, swings can happen. That's what you want to avoid with these kids. They're kids, Yep. They're young adults, highly contested game. You just want to make sure everything goes and flows well.
Out of the shotgun. Snap. Back to pass. Steps up. He's going to be flushed out. Slides ahead. And a flag flies late. It's going to be a late hit.
I think if you're an Avon fan, you know we can hold back, but that's pretty poor.
That's a tough call. Caden Hubner, I should say, came in late, 47, and I don't know, man. I mean, the guy slides late. You're trying to make a tackle. If the guy doesn't slide and he runs past you, then he goes for a touchdown. Then what?
You have to have some It's the day and age we're in, knowing how quarterbacks slide. If you got an athletic quarterback, you're breaking down. You almost got to break down to prepare for a slide or tackle sometimes.
And you got to – I know they don't anymore, but you got to put intent in there too with it. Now there's the give to Mims.
Draw to Mims.
Gain of about 3 that time.
Almost a man look underneath with the Avon defensive secondary with some secondary help over the top. After the 3-by-1 where Ben Davis was one tackle away from breaking the last one there.
Yeah.
2 safeties over the top for Avon.
Back to pass. Little screen pass. Got a man Mims.
Scream to Mims.
He breaks one tackle, but he won't break another. And a host of Orioles in there on the tackle that time. No gain on the play.
Ben Davis struggling with the passing game right now. Hopefully the screen work will help free some things up.
3rd down and 6. 40 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Ben Davis out of the shotgun. Gibson, snap. Quick drop. Steps up, fires down the field, and it's incomplete.
They called the flag.
Minor
pull from Conley there. Not a bad play from a defensive back, but the back judge got him there. It was a good call by him.
Nathan Conley going to get hit that time. Again, 15 yards or give up a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's a smart play by him. If sometimes it's better to be on the safe side there, the defensive back especially.
And if Avon wins this game, Coach won't think a thing about it tomorrow.
Yes.
If they lose, he's in big trouble.
I did coach DB's coach here one year, and that's I'm not mad at that there.
How do you decide what you're going to coach?
It's not a decision I make. So
Does Bless just come to you and go, hey, you're going to work with those guys?
whoever will tolerate me is usually what happens. Whoever wants to tolerate Penrod for the year, that's who usually gets him. Offense is the only one that can take me for 3 years.
Snap, there's the give. Run ahead, and Avon was not fooled at all. And now Ben Davis, they are not going to spend a timeout, so that clock's going to continue to run here, Sam.
Interesting call by the Ben Davis Giants with 22 seconds running a inside zone read there.
Yeah, I don't know if they thought they were going to catch him off guard or what. They didn't. Snap back to pass. Gibson looking, throwing.
Oh.
And it's incomplete.
Looking for the wheel route up the sideline. Hubner does a great job of cutting off his angle, and the Avon or the Ben Davis running back just kind of let him get pushed out of bounds there. Not sure what the plan was.
I don't get that at all with one timeout left, to not use the timeout if you're going to call that run play.
I'm not sure what happened there. Again, this is some big shoes the quarterback's going to have to step in here for Ben Davis. Handing the ball off with Mims helps. But the Avon Oriole offense traditionally has had really good success, I think, except for maybe one game in the past 4 or 5 years against this Ben Davis team. So Ben Davis is going to have to bring it.
Probably the final play of the half. Snap back to pass.
6 seconds.
Steps up, going to the
Heaves
end
it up.
zone.
Trouble. Oh, no good.
And a flag flies
late flag. A lot of hand fighting there. I've seen, again, you don't want to give up a deep touchdown. No time on the clock. The Ben Davis receiver was almost pushing off at the same time the Avon guy had his arms on him. Tough call.
Yeah, that's when both guys are going for the ball. That's a tough one. Now, that'll move them, Sam, down to about if I'm going to do some math quickly here in my head, about the 15 or so, maybe a little bit inside that. So the question is, you'll have one play, barring a penalty.
Yes.
Do you try to take the field goal, or do you go for the end zone?
With this Avon offense moving up and down the field, I think 10, 15 yards out, this kicker seems to have a pretty good leg. He's kicking into the wind, but you got to take the points when you can get them. This Avon defense has a lot of experience, you know.
Isaac Torres will kick it. It'll be about a 31-yard attempt from right in the center of the football field. With the left foot, as you said, Sam, kicking into the wind.
Big play here. See if that Avon missed field goal comes into play.
Snap, spot, kick is up. It is
no good. Oh, they called it good.
Yeah, good. It did just snuck in.
My eyes failed me again.
All right, so that's good. 28-17 our score. We're going to take a little break, catch our breath. We'll keep the video feed going for you. We'll be back with the second half. Avon leads Ben Davis here on AudioSportsOnline.com. Rob Kendall, Sam Penrod coming your way tonight from Avon High School, where the Avon Orioles, Sam, pretty much not perfect, but very good first half lead at 28-17 over the Ben Davis Giants.
Yeah, I think if you're the Avon team, you're happy with how things went. You don't want that 17 points on the board, obviously, but I think they controlled the ball. They controlled up and down the field. When James was in there, the big question is Samson James going to be out there? A little different offense with him not in there.
Let's thank some of our sponsors. State Bank of Liston, serving you across Hendricks and Boone counties. Count on us for your mortgage, loan, home equity, and banking needs. Mention this ad and get a free gift. When Avon wins on Friday nights, visit us at statebankofliston.com to see our bank dog Charlie welcome you. And McNamara Florist has been Indy's hometown florist since 1954, providing home, business, hospital, and funeral home deliveries of outstanding fresh arrangements and plants throughout the greater Indianapolis area, including Avon. McNamara Florist is famous for its unique floral designs for all occasions that help its clients express their emotions through flowers and floral giftware. Visit any McNamara Florist 7 convenient locations for outstanding personal service in floral design or select from the renowned home decor merchandise, including stunning Christmas classics. Also think of McNamara Florist to provide your floral needs for weddings, home parties, or corporate functions. Contact a sales representative for McNamara Florist at 317-579-7900 or visit their website at McNamaraFlorist.com. Sam, what does Mark Bless tell this team at halftime?
Keep fighting. Defense, you're going to have to get some stops. Offense, you're going to have to next man up, whether Samson James is in, Mason Miller, who's ever in, step up, play the game, do what they've trained you to do. Keep the message pretty simple. Keep the pedal on the gas on the foot on the pedal essentially here, and not slow up, and be ready to go.
Again, minute 30 or so left on the clock. And Avon will kick off to begin the second half. Defensively, do they need to change anything? Because I felt like they did a pretty good job.
You know what? If you're, like I said, traditionally Ben Davis has had a lot of success against our defense. So what do you change? I don't know. That's the first time I remember Ben Davis punting in the last. I know they didn't punt against us at all last year. So I think whatever you can do to just find some way to slow them down. I worry about the receivers, the number 2 and 3 receiver in that 3-by-1 set, because they've had some open guys. How do we adjust to the motion man to the 3-by-1 set, Avon defensively, because it's been open. Now was at the end of the half, just adjustments to prevent over the end of the half scores. Ben Davis is going to come back to it, and I'm interested to see how we counter them.
And again, we want to thank Brad Holsinger, the entire athletic staff at Avon High School. They always do a phenomenal job taking care of us, have for many, many years. You know, I'm feeling old, Sam. You know, I mean, I started this when I was 18, and I've been doing high school football now for 16 years.
That's awesome, man.
And I can't believe it's been 16 years. We were talking about it last week at the Plainfield game, that the growth of Avon football has been so phenomenal during that time. Obviously, Dave Shelbourne was the coach when we started. But, man, the job he did building this program, and then Mark Bless taking over, and just in particular these past 3 or 4 years, Avon football is a powerhouse.
I would agree. I'm probably very biased living in the community. I've seen the community grow quite a bit, too. It's just it's kind of an evolving problem. The youth program, AJAA, they run a great youth program, and I think that feeds into the middle schools all the way up through freshmen. The head Grant Cameron, the head freshman coach here at Avon, does a great job. Like I said, they got a lot of great people. It takes a lot of people to have success and to have a successful program over time. It's not one person, and the community's really stepped up too. A lot of great families around here, and I only see things getting better for Avon in the future.
They put the extra 3 minutes up on the clock. You can see the Avon Orioles going through there.
That's going to be a key for Avon, whether he comes back or not. He carried such a heavy load for the Orioles in the first half.
What sort of drills do they go through at halftime when they come back out? Is there a set thing you guys do?
I think just your basic dynamic warm-up to get the blood flowing again. Just get him back focused, get him back moving. Watching Samson on the sideline, looks like he looks good. Looks like they got a sleeve on his knee, so probably just something minor. Looks like he's able to move just fine. But, again, whether they keep him out for precautionary is your question.
Yeah, obviously, if he were in the NFL, you'd call him your franchise player.
Oh, for sure.
They don't have that.
Yeah. He's, the first run that they had, or the first drive that the second one actually after the double pass, was him just wanting it more. And when I say that, obviously kids can want things more. When you run the way that he ran that first drive and just fight for every single yard, sometimes it can be a detriment, because you can lose the football, which he experienced that last year a little bit in the Fishers game. He learned from it. But the way he's running, the power he's running with, and the force, it's tough to stop, especially at the high school level with a lot of Division I offensive linemen in front of you. Hats off to the Hogs up front. Great job blocking. I know they don't get a lot of mentions outside when we talk Division I football, but those guys do a great job, and a humble group too.
Now next week, it'll be Avon and Hamilton Southeastern, and I got to get a clarification on this, Sam. I'll check it right now, in fact. It's here.
Yeah.
It's here for HSC, so you'll be you probably know Marcus. Do you know Marcus Fredwell?
Yeah.
Coach of the baseball. He's going to be doing the game, so I'll tell him if you're going to be around that you'll be here.
Tell him I'll be glad to help him
Okay,
out.
Perfect. Great. Marcus is much better than me, so you'll have an even better time.
As long as he gets to run this one-man show and I can just show up after dropping all my kids off everywhere.
Yeah. He knows how to run this little ragtag operation I got here.
Yeah.
And that game will also be simulcast on WIRZ. So Ben Davis will have the ball to begin the second half. And, man, Sam, I know I've said this before, but the Avon field, this whole complex, looks beautiful.
The Andy Moore, football complex? Or
that's a new thing.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a new thing.
Millions of dollars. Can I say that on your air?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If that's what they paid. If that's public.
Yeah, they paid for it. They paid a lot of money for it.
Whatever confidential secrets you want to give away, it's up to you.
Send that car to my address there, sir. No kickbacks here.
Now, next week, I don't think you can say that because you're going to be on the nonprofit community station.
Oh, yes.
So you got to be very careful. They're a 501c3. We can't talk money there, but
absolutely.
Today you can because you're on the internet.
Okay, good. Well, I'll remember that next week. No stadium announcements. Avon with the kickoff here.
Yeah, so Bandy will put the foot into it. This is a big drive for Ben Davis. Down 11, obviously every possession becomes very important. It's a
Avon
line drive
squibs
kick.
it.
It'll be fielded at the 10. Up across the 20.
Avon doing a great job of not letting Ben Davis get the edge. Keeping the guys contained. The squib kick helps because they're not able to get a hand on the football, and great job by the Avon special teams here.
Yeah, as you said, Sam, the special teams play tonight for Avon on both sides of the ball has been pretty darn impressive.
Very, yes. Outside of the field goal we missed, which I think the kicker just swung and missed it a little bit wrong, which that easily happens, especially at this high school level. Special teams, again, are going to be a crucial point. Every year in this game there's a play that makes a big difference usually.
So first play from scrimmage for the Ben Davis Giants. Snap, give, and is that Mims?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. So gain of about 5 on first down.
No, looks like number 10, Hassel, running back for Ben Davis.
Aljawan Hassel.
I just went with the last name there.
Good job. You're already becoming a pro.
Ben Davis wanting to run inside right now with looks like spreading the Avon, trying to spread Avon out with a 2x2 look. Third medium, look for Ben Davis to go 3x1 here. Still 2x2 set. Pressure coming from Avon. Hot read, good play by the quarterback. Avon blitzes over number 2 on the far side. QB steps up, makes a quick hot read pass. Nice pass.
Yeah, Ben Davis, they're on the low side of the scoreboard right now, Sam, but they have run a pretty effective offense. I mean, 17 points and a half is nothing to sneeze at.
Like I said, history tells us, you look at the score past several years, they put up points on our defense There's no way to if, ands, or buts about it. They have success. So
Mims with the run leans ahead up to the 39.
I think after a while it's almost just you just kind of have to break the trend somehow, some way, and not let it be acceptable to have that many points put up on the board.
Ball to 39, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Ben Davis Giants. Snap.
Inside zone.
Room to run. Barrels ahead. Close to another 1st down.
Nice. If Griffin doesn't make that tackle, Mims is off to the races. Another penetration up the middle there by the Ben Davis Giants. And it looks like they're going to keep going with that inside zone.
44-yard line the ball sits at. And they got to get to the 45. Snap, quarterback keeper, and he will lean forward, and it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down up to the 46.
I would say on 3rd and short, Ben Davis QB power the percentage is going to be extremely high. They've been doing it a little bit with Mims at quarterback. They did it on the goal line to score.
And Gibson's only a junior. He's a strong kid.
Yeah. Well, it's tough to stop. It really beats your numbers on the opposite side wherever side they run it to. Hubner near the line of scrimmage. Rocket screen to the top.
And nice job by a host of Avon defenders on the far side of the field that time. Dominic Day was the receiver on the far side of the field, and boy, that secondary really came up, Sam, and got him.
Great play. Way to rally up. The linebackers are running, flying there. That rocket screen also has been a staple of Ben Davis offense. That one tackle's missed, they can take it to the house. So great job there by the Avon defense.
Out of the shotgun, snap is
low. Snap.
Ball's live. It's loose, and we'll see who got it. Avon says it's them. We await the signal from the official. Avon ball.
Low snap by the Ben Davis Giants on a jet. He didn't give it to he just didn't give it to the running back, and the running back wasn't quite able to jump on top of it there.
Yeah, that was really, and you don't know because you're not out there, but man, poor job by the running back to not get on that football.
Yeah, you got to dive when that ball's on the ground. You got to dive on it no matter what. Number one rule: we got to be able to come back to the next down.
1st down and 10 for Avon. Ball in Ben Davis territory. They'll take over at the 43.
Samson James back in there. That's huge.
Out of the shotgun. Snap. And a whistle.
False
and flags
looks
fly.
like.
And, yeah, as you said, I think we're going to get a false start on Avon. And you said nice to see Samson James back in the ball game.
It's going to take an awful lot to keep him out. I remember him as a sophomore when we had Brian Fitzgerald here, who was getting a lot of carries. It was really tough keeping him out of the game. You're not going to find a kid that's more determined than him. That's probably the easiest thing I could say.
It'll be very interesting to talk with Coach on Monday, hopefully about an Avon win.
Yes.
About what the injury was and where he's at, because obviously he's back in the ball game.
Yes.
Snap, there's the give, and nice gain that time by the Orioles.
That's a hard run.
And being up 11, Sam, you obviously want to score points, but does ball control become a part of this because you want to keep that Ben Davis?
Definitely. I think as much as you can keep your defense rested on the sideline, keep them fresh, because Ben Davis is going to have to pass most likely moving forward here, but definitely. They got Hubner in there at the wing back helping out, but Ben Davis is starting to finally stack that box and answer some of those questions against the run game.
7:49 now, and it'll bring up a big 3rd down opportunity for the Avon Orioles.
Look for the Avon offense to take a shot here. Ben Davis was getting nosier towards the line of scrimmage. Expect something maybe here on a 3rd and 5, maybe a play action.
Avon leads it by 11 midway through the 3rd quarter of action.
Hubner in at wing.
Hessen working out of the shotgun. James in the backfield. Play action. He's flushed out. He's still rolling, still going. Heaves it up and nearly got it to the receiver. What an arm.
Yeah. The baseball kid's got an unbelievable arm.
Yeah, now the question is, and I've heard this asked, is he going to try to pursue baseball or is it football?
It's hard to turn away guaranteed money, but, with the baseball aspect. But you know what? Football actually has some more. I think if you're an athlete, because baseball's partial scholarships when it comes to Division I, you really want to get that football so everything's paid for.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably thinking, though, of signing something after he graduates high school. I've heard he's that good.
And I don't follow baseball quite as well as some of you guys probably do, but I've heard he's quite well at baseball, too. Avon with a punt here.
Kick is away. Good kick. It's downwind. They tried to stick it into the corner. Let's see if they did. Oh, he
nice
did. Great
kick.
job. Great job that time.
Mason Stemler with the nice corner kick there.
Yeah, he really pinned him inside the 10, it looked like. Hey, Reynolds Body Shop is a proud sponsor of Avon Football Broadcast. They're conveniently located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. Phone number is 317-243-2372, and they're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5. Reynolds has been family-owned and operated for 30 years, specializing in collision repair. Reynolds Body Shop is also an insurance work specialist. Learn more about them on the web at reynoldsbodyshop.com. Rob Kendall, Sam Penrod bringing you tonight's broadcast of Avon football, where the Orioles lead it by a score of 28-17.
3-by-1 set for the Ben Davis Giants here, backed up in their own end zone.
Rolling left side. He was going to get hit, and he threw it away. He was rolling left side, and he found an Avon big right in his face.
Tough. A lot of stones to call the play action that deep in the end zone there.
Now, what does a 3-by-1 mean?
3-by-1, 3 receivers to the far side of the field, single receiver to the short side of the field. A lot of different names for it, I guess.
Okay.
But you're right, too, with 3 receivers to say, yeah, you got it.
Out of the shotgun, Gibson. Snap, back to pass. He's going to throw again. He's
great coverage by Peterson.
He's going to be hit and dropped inside the 5.
Good with a nice tackle on the quarterback.
Yeah, as you said, Brevin Good.
Yes.
With the hit. That was dead red, my friend.
Yes.
That was dead red.
Hey, great coverage. I believe it was by Peterson on the. They tried to. Ben Davis looked like they tried to run a fade with the single receiver side, and Peterson had him locked and was not able to do much. I don't know if the receiver was not running there or misread there, but Peterson had him locked up.
Big third down coming up. 3rd and 12 out of the shotgun. Snap. Back to pass. Has time. Pocket's collapsing. He throws it up. It's going to be picked off.
Picked off by Peterson.
Second straight turnover forced by the Avon Orioles, and they'll have it in Ben Davis territory.
Jalen Peterson having a really quietly great game at defensive back here, and with the interception. Hubner back in at tight end and offense, and as a defensive back, I guess if they're not saying your name, it's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, it's like being an umpire, in sports or a ref. If nobody notices you, you're doing a good job.
Look for the big play here. A post up top from the Peterson getting some looks.
And that time the give is to James.
Yes.
He'll end around there off of right end, and he'll end up down to the 30. Gain of about 4 yards on first down.
Avon's getting a lot of good movement on that defensive line of the Ben Davis Giants.
Well, that clock movement at this point, again, we talked about that on the last drive. If you can put it in the end zone, you go up 3 scores. And if you can run a few minutes off the clock, get it to the 4th quarter even, potentially, you're in the driver's seat. Out of the shotgun, snap, back to pass, steps up, Hessen hit as he throws. It's picked off on the far side of the field. Nice open field tackle to bring him down. It was 28, Chris Peters with the interception for Ben Davis. And, man, Sam, he had a receiver wide open.
He had him open. If he would have stepped up, climbed that pocket a little bit more, he probably has that for a touchdown.
He got hit as he threw the ball, and I don't know if that distracted him at all.
He knows he left one on the table there. Hopefully the the Avon defense can step up here.
Opportunity missed for Avon.
Definitely. Those are the opportunities that Ben Davis isn't usually customarily going to give you. So you got to take advantage. If you don't take advantage, they find their way back into the game and they keep fighting.
Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 man to the left. Single back. Give is to Mims. He'll break it to the far side of the field. He's
Mims
got room
upfield.
to run.
Ooh.
And he is hit. Oh, and a flag flies late. Hit as he went out of bounds. I don't know, Sam. I mean, his foot might have been on the out-of-bounds line, but it looked like he still at least had 1 foot on the turf.
It's another tough call.
It was a big hit.
If their momentum's taking them out as a defensive player, you almost have to, give it up and let them go out of bounds, and that's what the refs are probably talking about. He was giving himself up out of bounds, and I'm sure they're saying that we hit him even though it was close.
It was a big, big hit.
But I think you want to set a tone also that the running backs are going to have a long day. You're going to keep hitting them, especially with a back like Mims.
So 15 yards for the Ben Davis Giants. Ball up to the 39. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers wide to the right, 1 man to the left.
They netted 22 yards on that.
Shotgun snap, little screen pass. It's caught. Nice job by the secondary to come up and make the hit. I think that was number 10, Hassel, with the catch.
The defense with the blitz to the wide side of the field there. Quick swing route pass to the opposite side of the blitz.
3 receivers to the right, 1 man to the left. Man goes in motion from right to left. Snap, there's the give. Lowers the shoulder, short gain on second down, and it'll bring up 3rd and long for Ben Davis.
Avon defense doing a good job of holding their own on the inside there.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers forced by Avon to start the second half, but they couldn't turn them into points. Out of the shotgun, 3 receivers wide to the right, 1 man goes to the left. Shotgun snap, quick drop, looks, throws, got a man wide open in the middle of the field, and it's a first down into Avon territory.
Finally, the Ben Davis Giants make the right call against the cover 2 look that the Avon Orioles are giving them. Again, got to be another chess match to see how they go back and forth here with this.
That was Dalen Carnell with the catch. 3 receivers to the left, 1 man to the right. Out of the shotgun. Snap, quick drop. There's the give. Lowers the shoulder. And it's a short gain that time, but moving further into Avon territory.
Ben Davis trying to wear down this defensive line for Avon that's been so active tonight. Avon rotating their guys in the defensive line here.
Yeah, they've got what you might call their smaller front 3 in right now. Because they got a 330-pound guy that's in there from time to time.
Yes.
Snap, pass, far side of the field, caught, and it's a first down on the far side of the field down near the 30-yard line.
We definitely have a little chess match. So 3-by-1 set. Looks like Avon goes with the cover 3 type look, which leaves somebody open in the flat this time. So, again, going to be curious to see how they go back and forth on this.
That's a hard thing, man, with just 3 down linemen going against an offensive line like that.
You do have to be creative blitzing with only 3 down linemen. There are some susceptible things when you have a 3 down front, but
tripped up on the run, quarterback keeper by Gibson on the far side of the field. And it will be a little bit short of the first down. Yeah, it's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down. 2nd and 4 coming up now as Ben Davis continues to move the football. Snap, quarterback keeper.
And the QB
again,
power.
And first down, far side of the field.
Ben Davis looking to, like I said, QB power. They're marching down the field. They know what they're going to get. They know what they're going to see. They're being patient with what they're doing with an up-tempo look. But they're working the ball down the field.
Do you see things up here that you didn't see when you were on the sidelines?
You get to see a little more what's going on contain-wise, because being on the sidelines, it's hard to sometimes tell who does lose contain or sometimes who's getting beaten up top. You can see a lot more from the line perspective.
Out of the shotgun, snap. There's a little indoor. Oh, boy, big hit in the backfield and drop. Nice defensive play that time by Avon.
Brevin Good with another nice play.
Yeah, he's going to be in prime position for that MVP of the defense tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, because you see that a lot of times where the offensive or defensive coordinator will be up in the booth with college teams or whatever, and that's probably why.
Yeah, that's what we have. They have here. JJ's on the field, Eric's up top, and then Coach Bless is also down the field as well, obviously.
Snap,
Quick pitch out wide.
Far side of the field, turns the corner, inside the 20, down to the 15. That was Hassel again with the pitch.
Quick pitch left, trying to get the edge, especially with that three-man front. You're susceptible to the edge. Your outside backers have to be very disciplined as to keep contained.
Big 3rd and 5 coming up. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fakes the pitch, quarterback keeper.
QB power
He's got
left.
the end. He could take it to the house, and he dives, and
he's out of bounds. It looks like about the 3.
Yeah, he's going to be down at the 3, like you said, Sam. Good call that time.
Quick pitch right, QB power left. Love it. Nice play. Getting the Avon defense moving around. It looks like they had their big man there, number 79 for Ben Davis, Poland. Not a guy you want to see pulling towards you, 6'8". I might have just dove on the ground and called it a day.
Yeah, he's a well-fed fella, Sam.
Yes.
That is what he is.
It's not who you want pulling to you.
3 to the right, 1 to the left.
QB power.
And he's hit short of the goal line.
You don't get to say this a lot about quarterbacks, but this Ben Davis quarterback's pretty tough. And it seems he's going to learn during this year, but he definitely seems tough. And this QB power, they're going to march it down Avon's throat unless Avon makes a change here with the QB power.
Yeah, much like we had talked about Avon's getting to that point, but with Ben Davis, it is so true. They don't rebuild, they reload, just year after year. Snap, there's the give, leaps up, he's close, touchdown.
Short.
Just barely, but good enough.
Now we talk about that missed field goal, how important that may come down here in the final minutes of the game.
I believe that was number... Hassel was the touchdown that time. A little tough for us to see in that pile of people.
Looks like Ben Davis is going for 2 here.
Minute 17 left to play in the 3rd quarter. As you said, they'll try to make it a field goal game, basically.
We'll try to make these Avon Ben Davis games exciting as possible. So usually it's a lot of scoring. It's never over till the end usually.
Out of the shotgun, rolling right side, rolling, throwing, lobs it up. It's incomplete. Flag flies. And I think they're going to get a holding or pass interference on Avon.
The back judge making the call through that mess that's a tough call to take right there. That is a tough call to see. Maybe he's got Superman vision. He can look through all those players that are in front of him. I don't know. That's a tough call to make.
That's tough, Sam.
That is tough.
It may have been the right call, but again, it's like, how did you see that from the way back there?
And you can be aggressive here because, again, it's not an automatic first down in these situations, even if it but misses.
And now he's rolling left side, rolling. He breaks one tackle, one break another.
Looked to be a good snap. Quarterback just lost it.
And a big play by the Avon defense, which keeps it a 5-point lead. Hey, Avon has a rich wrestling tradition. Red Cobra Wrestling now proud to be a part of that. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions run by nationally known coach Chad Red. Red Cobra Wrestling is located at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon, across the street from Walmart and behind sidelines in the Red Brick Building. Red Cobra Wrestling offers sessions for all ages, including 3rd grade and under and 4th grade and up. Learn more about prices, class schedules, and information at redcobrawrestlingacademy.com.
Looks like we have Moulton and Peterson back deep. Going to be interesting to see how this Avon offense answers.
Rob Kendall, Sam Penrod coming your way tonight from Avon High School. It's a 28-23 affair. Avon on the high side of the scoreboard against Ben Davis, but still a lot of time left to go in this one, Sam.
Yeah, these ones always usually go down to the wire.
There's the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. It'll sail. It'll be taken at the 10, across the 15 to the 20, up across the 30.
Peterson
Stays
gets
on
through.
his feet.
Oh, he almost got through there.
That was number 11, Peterson, with the run that time. Jalen Peterson. Now, you were telling me, Sam, you were actually at the Colts complex today.
Yes. What a transformation at that place.
Pretty nice.
Yes, amazing. It's facilities. The locker room is huge. It's what a beautiful place to have. It was already nice before, but I guess with the way colleges are moving, it's a different world we live in.
Well, yeah, a lot of these colleges are nicer than pro facilities now.
Absolutely.
Give us to James. He'll lower the shoulder.
Like I said, Ben Davis adjusted. They got that 7th guy in the box. So, Avon's still having success getting movement up front, but they're not quite as successful as what it was in the first quarter.
28-23 is our score. Clock is moving. 50 seconds left to go in the third. And now a whistle.
Another heavy set by Avon. So Avon's definitely looking to ground and pound here a little bit against this Ben Davis team. Ravion Tharp leaving the game. I'm guessing some sort of blood or equipment issue. Sampson up the middle.
Big run that time. Down to the 49, into Avon territory.
Third quarter for us. Samson James finding that rhythm that seemed to have that first half. Seems like he's back, which is going to be a huge part of that fourth quarter. I expect to see him quite a bit.
Yeah, Mark Bless appears content to allow this game to roll to the fourth quarter, which is what he will do. So 1 quarter left to go. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, including Red Cobra Wrestling, State Bank of Liston, Reynolds Body Shop, McNamara Flores, and Matthew Brahms' Uncle Mike.
That's awesome. I love that every time.
I need more friends like Matthew Brahms' Uncle Mike.
Yeah, I know. I wish people liked me that much.
I mean, instead of hanging out with people like you.
I know. Yeah, get your hands up, man. Let's go.
They're having a good time. Now, you won a state championship when you played at Penn.
Yes, in 2000, which does not seem like it's that long ago, but it's a long time ago.
And that was a great team.
Yeah, led by a great I was a junior, but it was led by a great senior class, as most teams that win state usually are.
Yep.
Led by Eric Moore, Jeff Thompson. There was a bunch of them. It was a great class of guys.
I'm curious, because you were a receiver on that squad,
yeah,
what that's like to play for a state championship.
You know what? Eric Moore threw me we had a bomb the first play, and I was wide open, but I didn't even see the ball to the last second. It came out of the lights. So I almost dropped a touchdown at state, which would have been a lot different feeling.
Yeah, and you scored a touchdown.
Yes. So double stack here by the Avon Orioles, spreading Avon out a little bit.
They wanted a late hit that time on the quarterback keeper, but no call.
These refs must be Easter Raceway, so it doesn't look like we're going to get that call.
We're into the fourth quarter. That's an interesting call out of the gate by Bless. It will run some clock.
Interesting to see. I'm sure they're doing that double stack look to see how Ben Davis is going to adjust. There's still 2 high safeties, which in a double stack puts you in a little bit of a quandary, I think.
Out of the shotgun.
3-by-1 with the stack from the slot to the wide side of the field.
Snap back to pass. Has
Adjust.
time. Fires. Got a man open. It's caught. It's Peterson. He's inside the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
Big play by Jalen Peterson. Huge play. Again with that the stack to the 3-by-1 set. Ben Davis is not adjusting with their linebackers. So the number 2 guy is getting a free release and hitting the seams, and the safety has no chance against somebody with the speed like Peterson.
34-23, Avon extends the lead to 11, and now a chance to tack on the extra point. Bandy to attempt the kick. Snap, spot, kick is up, it's down the middle, it's good, and Avon leads it by 12 with 11:05 left to play in the ball game. State Bank of Lisdon serving you across Hendricks and Boone counties. Count on us for your mortgage, loan, home equity, and banking needs. Mention this ad and get a free gift when Avon wins on Friday nights. That could be tonight. Visit us at statebankoflisdon.com to see our bank dog Charlie welcome you. And speaking of welcome you, Sam, Jalen Peterson.
Yes.
Welcome to that pass
yes.
from Hess.
Well, they had the same route open earlier, and they came back to it. It was open earlier when Avon was close to the end zone. Like I said, Ben Davis' defense is a little different, and I think Avon's gonna continue to have some offensive success. It looks like against the Ben Davis defense.
Ball taken to the 10, across the 15 to the 20.
Great special teams tackles right at the 20-yard line there for Avon.
You know, and you don't want to use the phrase, biggest win in school history, right? Because, I mean, obviously, that game you guys beat Cathedral a couple of years ago. To go to the semi-state was huge, and then you won a second regional last year. But, man, this, for a regular season game, would be a monumental win for Avon High School.
It's a great test for both teams. Ben Davis has been a thorn in Avon's side of progressing in the playoffs for a long, long time. We don't play them in sectionals anymore, but semi-state's usually the next time.
Thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, that sectional of death with Brownsburg and Pike and Ben Davis, and man, that was terrible. Pass, got a man caught, middle of the field, he's off to the races. There he goes. Nobody's going to catch him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Right back in it, number 8. That was Dominic Day with the catch and the distance, 79 yards.
Avon defense getting a little aggressive with their coverage, leaving a no help to the inside defensive back. Quick post over the middle, and without help to the inside, it's hard to cover those sometimes.
That was very reminiscent of one Jerry Rice.
Oh, man, I was surprised Avon was being as aggressive as they was. I thought Avon might kind of, back off a little bit there and wait for them to kind of keep everything in front of them.
Snap, kick, it's up, it is good.
This game's not over. Ben Davis traditionally, like we said, scores a lot of points against this defense, so Avon's offense is going to need to be ready to answer quickly as well.
McNamara Florist has been Indy's hometown florist since 1954, providing home, business, hospital, and funeral home deliveries of outstanding fresh arrangements and plants throughout the greater Indianapolis area, including Avon. McNamara Florist is famous for its unique floral designs for all occasions that help its clients express their emotions through flowers and floral giftware. Visit any McNamara Florist. 7 convenient locations for outstanding personal service in floral design, or select from the renowned home decor merchandise, including stunning Christmas classics. Phone number is 317-579-7900, or visit the website at McNamaraFlorist.com.
Don't be surprised if Ben Davis has something up their sleeve here on kickoff for Avon. Again, special teams are going to play.
An onside kick, perhaps?
I don't know. Ben Davis always has something up their sleeve. If you don't, I think you're you're mistaking yourself. Ben Davis always has something ready. Deep kick.
No time.
Excited to see. Looking forward to see how this Avon offense will answer. It's the big drive here. Up 5. 10 minutes left in the game.
And nobody's left. They're getting their money's worth.
Yes. Avon going back to the 2x2 stack set to see how Ben Davis maybe changes or doesn't make a difference.
Out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Working out of the shotgun is Hessen. Snap, back to pass. Fires a bullet, got a man caught far side of the field. Host of Ben Davis tacklers in after a short gain.
Cohen Morrell with the tough catch. Again, they're going to it's a 2x2 stack by Avon. Ben Davis is sending 3 to one side. They're sending 2 to the other side, making it an easy selection for the quarterback to know where he wants to go.
Out of the shotgun.
Back in the double stack.
Snap, back to Pat. No, he's going to give it to James.
Hand off to James.
James got room to run, breaks a tackle, breaks another. He's got the corner. He's across the 45, 50, and out
That's
of
a late-
bounds, and a late hit.
Late
that
hit.
is going to be deep into Ben Davis territory.
I wasn't sure they saw that, but he was pretty far outside out of bounds on that one.
Ben Davis with a huge mistake after a huge run by Samson James. Man, we saw this last week against Plainfield, and take nothing away from Plainfield.
Yeah.
But Ben Davis on a little bit different level than Plainfield.
Yeah.
But, man, when he turns that corner, it doesn't matter who it is, he's off to the races.
Again, and he'll be the first one to tell you this, Samson James, that is credit to the offensive line. You know, Samson's going to run. We know what he can do, but credit to the big boys up front, creating those holes, wearing them down this game. They have done a good job at that.
First down and 10.
Back in the double stack again.
Out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Single man in the backfield. Snap, back to pass. Steps up, flush left side, rolling, throwing for the end zone. Tipped up, incomplete. 2 defenders back there for Ben Davis. Good job that time.
Wallace Stovall with the jump catch. Not sure they had him in the coverage. They wanted him in there with that soft 2 look.
It'll bring up a second down and 10. Ball resting on the 30-yard line. Big possession for Avon. They lead it by 1 score.
Double stack again. Sensing the theme here.
Out of the shotgun, snap, give is to James. He's going to try to turn the corner, cuts it back, and he picks up about 5 yards down to the 24. Man, that was a great run that time,
yes.
Sam. He ended up with 6 yards.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get out of Samson. You get hard runs. He's going to get vertical as quickly as possible, and run behind those big hogs. They got to wear this defensive line down for Ben Davis, because if you don't, they have a lot of success. Ben Davis rotating a lot of guys at defensive line, too. How some of these drives have gone, I'm probably the best scenario for him. Now Avon going heavy.
Third down, snap, the give is to James. He breaks ahead, breaks a tackle, first down and more. What a run.
Now I'll take full credit for that spin move. I taught him that.
We'll call that the Penrod.
Oh, no. We can call it the Samson James as well as he runs it. I could never. I showed him it, and he kind of took off with it. Let's say that.
So a big first down for Avon that time.
It's tough to stop when you got a Ohio State commit running back running downhill like that.
35-30, snap, there's the give, stretch run this time, cuts it back, it runs into a host of tacklers that time, and he'll be down, short gain, maybe no gain on first down.
Not a lot there on the wide zone there. Good job by the Ben Davis defense pursuing, cutting any lanes off.
8:25 left to go in the ball game.
Ben Davis subbing a lot of guys in that defense, which when you have as many kids as you do, you got to keep those bodies fresh.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen a 42. It's been a very long time if I have,
Well, it's kind of they're running now almost like a 4-3. They still have 2 high safeties, but it's more of a 4-2-5 defense, I believe is what they call it.
Snap back to pass. He's going to be hit. Oh, hit right in the helmet and dropped. No flag. The officials are conversing. He got drilled right in the head, Sam.
Yeah, you wonder what happened there.
That was a huge hit, a helmet-to-helmet hit. We hope he's okay. Hessen's over on the sideline. He's fine. I think the Avon coaching staff and the fans certainly were looking for a helmet-to-helmet.
Well, if you're calling it how we've had it called against our staff this last several years, that would definitely be it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge hit. Pass, James, catch. He cuts it back. He could go the distance. Touchdown, Avon!
What a play by Samson James. The linebacker was right there, takes a great angle. He back cuts him, runs up the field, and you're not going to find too many running back with the explosion north and south like Samson there. What a 3rd and 19. What an absolute mistake by the Ben Davis Giants on a swing route to give up a 3rd and 19 for a touchdown.
You got to give a lot of credit to Avon. All night long, they have had the right call. Brownsburg and Cathedral tied at 20.
Well, sit tight. We might have a penalty on that. I'm not sure. Nobody's.
Oh, no. An illegal man downfield on the Avon Orioles.
Wow.
What a game-changing call.
I feel like I'm at Center Grove 2015, man.
Yeah,
no, not that bad. That was that's what we could have talked about that through halftime.
That was bad because there were like 3 calls in a row.
Well, it was bad from, we were trying to run an up-tempo against a really talented defensive line, and the crew had to huddle every 3 seconds to figure out what was going on, which did not play into our favor, obviously.
Yeah. So a big call in the ball game.
Tough call.
Touchdown will be negated. They'll move them back 5 yards, and now it'll bring a 3rd down and 19 coming up.
I would love to see that one on film because, we talked about RPOs, and with essentially with RPOs, you can get into trouble with linemen downfield, but they rarely call it. So, curious to what happened there. That did not look like it was an RPO, but
snap back to pass.
Double stacks.
Steps up. Has time. He's going to the end zone, and it is incomplete. So decision time now for Mark Bless. It would be a very long field goal into the wind, so it's probably out of the field goal range. And it looks like he's going to send the punt team on.
It's crazy. It seems like Avon's dominated most of this game. But here's Ben Davis down 35-30, getting ready to receive the football.
Yeah.
They stick around. They keep fighting. Whether you want to complain about the last pin or not, it's a call. You can't do nothing about it. But again, Ben Davis is in this game. It's 35-30, and it's sometimes those small mistakes will get you. See if Stemler can pin them back again here. The
kick.
Rugby.
It's a line drive kick. It'll hit at the 10, bounces sideways. Great kick inside the 10.
Nice rugby kick by Mason Stemler.
That's an art.
Well, he's a soccer kid, so sometimes those type of kicks are a little more natural. It's like a cherry bomb from our back in our day kickball.
I mean, to be able to make that ball on a turf move sideways.
I think with rugby kicks, you can sometimes get the benefit of the roll, and when it's windy, sometimes you can get that extra roll. They're definitely taking off. They're harder to return, obviously. So.
Well, and you got to give Mark Bless credit. He has pressed all the right buttons tonight, and that call right there worked out really well because they'll pin them down at the 7.
Special teams, again, having a big play field position in this game.
35-30, 6:40 to go in the ball game. Avon with the lead, Ben Davis with the ball. Gibson working out of the shotgun.
Curious to see what Avon does here, where they sag off or they get aggressive again.
Snap, back to pass. Has time. He has time. Now he's going to throw it up. It's picked up! It's picked up for a touchdown! It's a touchdown! Number 47 for Avon.
Hubner with the touchdown.
Now there's a flag on the field.
QB for Ben Davis threw the football. There's a flag down.
Let's see what it is.
I don't think this is going to go well for...
It's on Ben Davis. It's declined, and it's a touchdown. How about that?
Not sure what Ben Davis is trying to do. Look, the quarterback looks like he's a couple steps late with some of his reads, throwing especially his swings. gonna have to get that fixed. You can't throw it that late when you're on the run like that. It puts you in a bad spot. Avon defense capitalized on that play, though.
Yeah, what a big play in the ball game. It'll now make it a 41-30 affair. Snap spot, kick is up, kick is good. And Avon extends the lead to 12.
Again, turnovers killing Ben Davis. Bad snap, killed a drive.
They haven't changed the board yet. Was that?
Yeah.
Maybe the kick was. Maybe I read the. Maybe I read it wrong. Maybe it was no good. Well,
that's
way,
huge because it changes back to a 2-possession game.
Yeah,
now it's not.
It looked like it was inside the left upright, but no. I guess apparently no good was the call. So that'll make it a 41-30 affair.
Get a field goal and an extra 2-point conversion. You're back in this thing. Interested to see how this QB for Ben Davis progresses after a big, big turnover like that.
Yeah, and again, it was number 47, Caden Hubner.
Air Force commit.
Well, they're getting a good one.
Yeah.
There's the kick by Bandy. It's a short kick.
Into
the 15 to the 20.
Avon loses
30,
contain.
Out of bounds. Little scuffle there on the sidelines. And now if you're Ben Davis, they've got all 3 timeouts left, but you've really got to go here.
Yes.
Because you got to get 2 scores.
Yeah, it's 6:30 on the clock. Avon's pooching those punts to make sure Ben Davis doesn't have any more explosive plays.
Mark Bless, you've been on the sidelines with this guy for a long time.
Yeah.
He always looks like he's really calm. Is he really calm?
He's pretty calm. You got your tense moments and your exciting moments. So I think as a head coach, you got to be pretty level-headed and you got to have that next call ready.
Because I'll tell you what I'm talking about here in just a second. And this doesn't work tonight, but rolling right side, rolling. He's going to take off with it. He's got all sorts of room to run and is gain of about 8 or 9 yards. Shelbourne, when he was the coach, I'd be watching these games up here, and he's dripping with sweat 3 plays into the thing. It's like a Bruce Springsteen concert.
I get stories, so
and Bless never seems like he's ever upset.
Other than the
big
head
hole, room to run, and big hole that time. As that was number 18 that time for Ben Davis. Or I'm sorry, number 10 for the Ben Davis Giants.
Hassel with the carry again. It looks like Mims is back in it. It looks like the 2 running back set here. Oh, no, Mims is not in right now. Coach Bless will get a little red. And then once it starts to get red, you need to,
get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Pass caught, a little dangerous, a little screen that time.
That's an RPO right there. That number 3, with this defense, like I was telling you, over number 3 traditionally, there's a big hole, and Ben Davis likes to RPO it, fake to the running back, and then dump it off to him.
That looked very reminiscent of a Tim Tebow type play that time.
He's kind of one of the people that would put a face to that RPO and.
Yeah. Well, Ben Davis, we said they needed to score quick, and they are on the verge of doing just that, marching right down the field this time.
Yes.
Snap. Back to pass throw. He got a man open. Did he catch it?
Oh, wow.
He did. No, incomplete. Boy, huge mistake by Ben Davis that time because that guy was wide open.
Yes.
And he could have walked into the end zone.
So Ben Davis tries to take a rocket screen to the far side from us, and the corner obviously jumps towards the rocket, and nobody behind him with the blocker releasing. 3-by-1, Ben Davis to the wide side here. Delbert Mims not in the game.
Out of the shotgun. Snap. There's the give. And Avon not fooled that time. Short gain of about 3 yards that time. That was Hassel again with the run.
We got 2 Division I running backs in this game. Not too bad, man.
They're downwind, and it is a strong wind tonight.
Yes. A lot of subs for Ben Davis, too, right now.
Working out of the shotgun. Back to no. Now he's flushed out. Breaks one tackle. He's not going to break the next one.
Ben Davis going with the quick pitch fake with the quarterback rolling out. Avon defense there ready to make a stop.
What a big play that time. Cathedral is up 26-20 now on Brownsburg. And the ball all the way back to the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th and 13. They got to get down to the 22. And I don't know. Is there a 4th and 13 play in the playbook?
Again,
do you guys have one?
Yeah, you do. You actually you have a 3rd and 4th and long here. Again, Ben Davis. These traditionally. They pull a rabbit out of the hat here and have something up their sleeve with some sort of big play. And as an Avon fan, you've seen it over the last 3 or 4 years.
Because it'd be about a 52-yard field goal from here, which that's probably too long, even though it is downwind.
Yeah. The kicker looks like he's got the leg to do it, but whether you can get it done in time,
Out of the shotgun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right.
Uh-oh.
Movement up front, but no flag. Snap, back to pass, steps up, going down the sideline, and it's incomplete. No flag.
Cameron Moulton looks like with the great coverage. Receiver had a little bit of a step on him. But Moulton was there in good enough shape to make a play. Moulton, Holy Cross commit. Comes up with a huge play in a one-on-one situation. Ben Davis was 3-by-1, and the Avon defense was going backside man a lot on the single receiver side. So a lot of confidence in these Avon DBs, which it's tough to do against the Ben Davis squad with the athletes they have.
Yeah, what a job that time to get off the field, and now we'll see a whole heavy diet of Samson James.
Yes.
Skirts out a 1 tackle, gets back to the initial line of scrimmage, and Ben Davis will burn a timeout.
Let's go ahead and take it. Let's go to break. Let's go to break.
Timeout, Ben Davis.
MIC Network should come more to these, have more of these MIC Network games at HEC versus MIC.
Reynolds Body Shop is a proud sponsor of Avon football broadcasts. They are conveniently located at 4325 West Washington Street in Indianapolis, just 4 stoplights east of 465. Phone number is 317-243-2372, and they're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5 p.m. Reynolds has been family-owned and operated for 30 years, specializing in collision repair. Reynolds Body Shop is also an insurance work specialist. Learn more about them on the web at reynoldsbodyshop.com. Well, I thought they called a timeout, but the clock is moving, so apparently they did not call a timeout.
Surprise. Yeah, Avon better hurry up. They're going down to the last few seconds with this play clock.
Snap, give, James stretch play, cuts it back. Again, Ben Davis stepping up. A lot of players in the box that time.
Looks like we're going to be about 3rd and 8 here coming up, and I would expect another run from the Avon offense here.
Yeah, and again, the players on the field make the plays, but you got to give Mark Bless so much credit tonight.
Yeah,
he's called all the right calls from the first play of the ball game, and I'll be sure to let him know that Monday on his coaching show. I'll let him know.
Yeah, no, some timely plays. That Moore brothers, they had it written all over it with a double pass. I know they've been probably running that since January in their heads.
Snap, give, James lowers the shoulder, drives forward to the 40, and Ben Davis is electing not to use a timeout here. So it'll bring up 4th down. I assume Mark Bliss will send the punt unit on.
Absolutely. Let's see if Mason Stemler can have another nice rugby kick here.
Well, this will be interesting, Sam, because he's going to let it run down and use the timeout. Why not? That absolutely makes sense.
like I said, this Ben Davis team is going to fight to the last second. So,
Well, with those 2 timeouts, there's still a long way to go. (41-30) is our score. 2:51 remaining to play in the fourth quarter. Rob Kendall, Sam Penrod, thanks for joining us tonight right here on AudioSportsOnline.com. Pleasure to have you with us. Avon, well, they're knocking at the door on one of the biggest wins, regular season wins at least, in school history.
definitely. I don't remember us winning against Ben Davis in my time here. And as a player, it was always a...
Well, you beat them in the postseason that one year.
Yes.
Before the refs stole the semi-state from you.
Yeah.
That was for I think it was for the sectional.
Yeah, that was for sectional, and then we were able to face
Cathedral
Regional and then Center Grove at semi-state.
Yeah, we announced those were some of the first games we ever broadcast on WIRZ right after the station went on the air. Snap is clean. Kick is away.
Good low kick by Stemler. It's going to
It'll
roll.
take a big bounce for Avon, and it'll stop right at the 20. So executed perfectly. 2:42 left to play in the contest, and Avon is they are one defensive stand away from basically taking this one to the bank. And man, I'll tell you what, if you're Howe and those guys on that defensive line, pin the ears back, right?
Yes, but it's tricky because Ben Davis does some things with their pocket to move it around a little bit. So those traditional contain areas and gaps you try to go through, they kind of catch you guessing sometimes and make you look stupid. So
yeah, and Ben Davis still now they have 1 timeout left, so they are going to need to score quickly. Bounces off. They tried to catch him by surprise. It's a nice gain on first down, but
just
it will
short
keep
of
the
first
clock
down.
running. Yeah, like you said, that was Hassel that time with the run. That will keep the clock moving, which is news to the Avon sidelines' ears. And
Hassel running
a little slow getting up.
Yeah, you lay on there a little extra longer. You take your time getting up.
Out of the shotgun, Gibson. Snap, back to pass, steps up. Flushed out. He's got room to run. Now comes to the near side of the field. All sorts of room. He's across the 40. Still on his feet, and he'll run out of bounds. Good move that time. Down at the 45, and the clock will stop as he goes out of bounds.
Again, nice play by the quarterback here. Pocket breaks down. Flush to his short side of the field. Takes off.
Yep.
Again, he's manned up on the 3-by-1. He's manned up with the single receiver. Doing a great job.
Snap, back to pass. Flushed out right side. Rolling. He's going to run with it. He'll get out of bounds at midfield. Gain of about 5 yards. And Sam, they'll give him 5 yards every time.
Yeah. They're hopefully we can, the defense can hold him here as they kind of go down the field. But if you keep losing contain, it's tough to keep him in bounds once you lose contain there. Look for Ben Davis to attack Moulton on the single receiver side here. I feel like they felt like they had success last time there and just didn't come up with the big play.
Ball's at the 48, out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 man to the right. Snap, back to pass. Steps up, fires down the middle. It is caught, big hit. It's enough for a first down, though. Nice job to hang on to the ball.
Nice tackle by Tyler Anderson here from the safety spot. Talking about somebody who came through the pipeline and worked his way up through JV and kind of earned his stripes a little bit there.
Back to pass. He's got a man open. He's off to the races. He's inside the 50. 10-5 stays on his feet. Touchdown.
Well, I called that one. Single side of the receiver. Avon continued to man up press on the single receiver side, and they were able to take a shot and have some success there.
Brownsburg takes the lead 27-26 over Cathedral as that one winds down.
Brownsburg took the lead. Ooh.
27-26.
Not sure why the Avon defense is being so aggressive at this stage with, with 2 minutes, almost minute 30 left and change here.
Yeah, so
Ben Davis going for 2.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2. It's 41-36, a minute 33 left to go. Timeout going to be called by Avon. And why not? They don't need the timeouts at this point. Minute 33 to go. So if you're it doesn't really matter that much, right, Sam? Because they're going to have to onside kick regardless.
I think pretty much you onside. Even if you stop them, you only got one timeout. So, I mean, there's not a ton you can do. Onsides are onsides. They make me nervous because I never know what's going to happen. You know, I've seen a lot of crazy things happen in high school football when you start doing onsides and late in games, and anything can happen, really. It's going to be a big 2-point conversion here, too.
Yeah.
So if even if, Avon does get the ball back, Ben Davis can still get the ball back with a little bit of time to hopefully kick a deep field goal.
All right, big play in the ball game. Out of the shotgun will go Gibson. 3 receivers flanked to the right side, 1 man to the left, single man to the backfield.
No adjustment here.
Back to pass, throws, it's tipped up, it's incomplete. No flag on the play.
Avon defense lucks out there. Nobody motioned out with the back out of the backfield. Quarterback decides to go to the other way with a contested slant pass. Nice play, I think, by Tyler Anderson there.
Now, Sam, let me ask you this.
Yes.
As effective as they've been on those quarterback runs tonight, are you a little surprised they didn't just give the ball to say, hey, you're going to keep it, big boy, run up the middle?
QB power. I'm surprised they didn't run QB power. Not sure what they were trying to do there, but QB power's been working for them with your 6'8" right tackle pulling, This has got to be one of the most exciting plays in sports.
It is, right? Onside kick coming.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ball sits at the 40.
Avon not putting a lot of people on the front line. Maybe they're expecting to kick it deep, but we do not have a lot of people on the front line.
If he kicks it deep where he's lining up, he's going to kick it to us, Sam. Here's the kick. It's a live ball, and it is up, and it is still live, and the ball's on the floor, and I don't know
Ben Davis
who got
it, I think.
I don't know. Let's see. No signal yet.
I think Ben Davis did get on it. Avon not really adjusted on special teams there.
That was very weird. They didn't have anybody up.
Knowing the special team, knowing that the onside is coming, they only had 2 guys to the onside where it was going. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Now Mark Bless is out there giving the official something.
He's saying they touched it before you. So if the ball's 8 yards and they touch us, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
It's rarely called. I'm sure if we probably go back, you can tell that we were easily touched before the ball went 10 yards.
Yeah, because he's saying the ball was up in the air.
Yes. Oh, the 10-foot rule. So if it goes over 10 feet, it's a judgment call, though. So that was new last year.
Well, Mark Bless is not a fan of the judgment, whatever it was.
Yes.
And,
now we're trying to show him on the iPad, which does not work.
There's no replay, right?
I tried to do it, and I was not welcomed with a lot of happiness from the ref when I showed him.
You tried to show a ref an iPad one time?
Did not work out well for me.
Oh, and now they're going to throw a flag on the Avon sideline.
Maybe they just took my...
Maybe they just showed him the iPad.
Yes.
Wow. This is not good for Avon.
A game that Avon dominated, too. I kept saying.
It's Avon, a sideline infraction on Avon.
And it's enforceable because that's the second warning, I think.
Wow. Well, I had said earlier they would need those timeouts. I may have been wrong.
These refs are definitely Easter Raceway for sure, I would say.
All right, so here we go. That's a 5-yard penalty on Avon. So the ball's at the 36-yard line for Ben Davis. Snap. Rolling right side. Rolling. Throwing on the run. Got a man open in the flat, and he will get inside the 30. Now, if you're Avon, there's still a minute 18 to go. So you might want to start thinking about using your own timeouts here.
Now Avon wishes they would have kept one of those timeouts on defense with the time running down.
Yeah.
It's a 5-point game, so obviously if they score, that changes. You know, they're going to probably, they're going for 2 then.
Yeah, ball's down to the 29-yard line.
A lot of momentum for Ben Davis here.
Out of the shotgun, the clock has stopped. Snap, rolling right side. He's going to keep it on the ground. He's got room to run. Flag flies in the
holding
back.
Call.
And that's a big call because he had a first down.
Troy Howes had several Division I offers. I'm glad we got a chance to say his name a couple times. They wrapped him up.
The Avon fans come to their feet. Little maybe their own way of letting the officials know they haven't cared for the performance tonight.
1:12 on the clock. Still back to the onside. I'm 2 people to the wide side of the field, to the 7-man side of the field is a little question to me.
So here we go. Ball pushed all the way back to the 40. 1st and 20. Snap, there's the give. He ran into a host of Avon tacklers. Avon wasn't fooled. They were ready for it.
Clock's ticking.
Clock was, you said, Sam, will continue to run. They picked up about a yard on that play. Tried to catch him off guard there with that little handoff.
It's almost like they're running the inside zone as a check with this second play being their play they really want to go to.
Yeah. Gibson out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Oh, and a man moved. That was Brom. No, they're going to call a false start on Ben Davis. Yeah, Brom. As soon as the whistle blew, immediately.
Is that a 10-second runoff in high school? I cannot remember.
They will start the clock, and now Ben Davis is going to burn a timeout. So you couldn't ask for a more exciting affair here tonight. 41-36 is our score. And with 39 seconds to go, timeout, Ben Davis facing a 2nd and 23.
Again, you can never turn Ben Davis as a team and until that game strikes. There's 3 zeros in the clock. You know they're going to keep fighting with 39 seconds here. I don't know what to expect. I know I'm going to see some sort of deep pass coming up here at some point, but.
Well, it's really interesting because that game changed so much on that penalty because they were looking at 1st and 10 inside the 20, and then they ended up having a 1st and 20 at the 40.
Well, there's several plays here. There's a big, long touchdown from Ben Davis, the callback touchdown from Avon. A couple of those things really, really weighed heavily on the game and how it changed.
All right, here we go. They put it back to 41 seconds on the clock. Out of the shotgun. Gibson standing back near his 50-yard line, or 48-yard line, I'm sorry.
2nd and 24.
Out of the shotgun. Now a man goes in motion to the near side of the field. Snap, back to pass. Stepped up. He's going to be hit, and he's going to be dropped. And surprise, surprise, who was it? Caden Hubner.
Hubner with another big play there.
The man of the hour. And now quickly Ben Davis back at it. A whistle flies and a false start on Ben Davis. And with 22 seconds to go, Ben Davis is coming apart at the seams. Ball spotted back at the 47 of Ben Davis. Back to pass. Steps up. Has time. Flushed out. He's going to throw it deep. It's up. And it is over the head of the intended receiver. Incomplete. And Avon is one play away from putting away the Ben Davis Giants.
4th and 33. Let's see. Now you only got a few for 4th and 33 play calls.
You got a lot fewer 4th and 33s than you do 4th and 13s.
And you know what? I've seen a lot of resilience. I know Ben Davis is most likely probably not going to pull this one off here with 4th and 33. This new quarterback's got some big shoes to fill. I thought he had a pretty good performance. And I'm kind of curious to see, his season moving forward, how he progressed. Therefore, when they face Warren Central, that kind of
Avon will burn a timeout.
Making sure we got everything set up correctly on this 4th and 33 Hail Mary.
Avon has a rich wrestling tradition. Red Cobra Wrestling is proud to be a part of that. Red Cobra Wrestling offers training sessions run by nationally known coach Chad Red. Red Cobra Wrestling is located at 9233 East Highway 36 in Avon, across the street from Walmart, behind sidelines in the Red Brick Building. Red Cobra Wrestling offers sessions for all ages, including 3rd grade and under and 4th grade and up. Learn more about prices, class schedules, and information at redcobrawrestlingacademy.com. I'm Rob Kendall along with Sam Penrod. What could be our final play of the night? 12 seconds to go. Ben Davis has the ball. It's 4th and 33. They got to get all the way to the 19-yard line. We'll see what Avon has in store.
I'm not sure what you dial up here, like I said, but
well, we're about to find out. 3 to the left, 2 to the right, empty backfield.
Yeah, empty set for the Ben Davis Giants.
Little screen pass. He's going to run with it, and he's going to be way short. Ball's loose. And I don't know about that, but what I do know is the game's over.
Yes.
That was a very odd play. They ran that screen.
They almost looked like they ran it and were looking for something else to happen.
Like he was going to pitch it to somebody, and there was nobody there. But, man, I'll tell you what a win for the Avon Orioles.
Definitely.
They're going to move to 2-0. Ben Davis going to fall to 1-1. And, Sam, again, you can make a case, biggest regular season win in the history of this school.
I don't think there's a bigger one right now. This is up there. This is up there.
Absolutely. They'll go into the victory formation. There's the knee. And Ben Davis will not stop the clock. Avon wins it 41-36. Sam, your closing thoughts for tonight's big win.
Huge win. A lot of big plays by the Avon offense. Samson James, his presence was felt on the game. Ben Davis, it seemed like they got some growing pains. I'm kind of interested to see how both teams progress.
So that is going to do it for us tonight. We want to thank our sponsors again, including State Bank of Lisden, McNamara Florist, Red Cobra Wrestling, Reynolds Body Shop, and Matthew Brahms' Uncle Mike, who watches us from Alaska each week. Sam will be back with Marcus Fredwell next week as these Avon Orioles, who maybe could be number one. Maybe they could. We don't know. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But they will take on the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Yes. And that game will also be simulcast on WIRZ 98.9. Sam, great job. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man.
Brother.
Appreciate
For Sam Penrod, I'm Rob Kendall saying have yourself a great evening. Avon takes it 41-36.